You don't know nothing about me, so you're not gonna understand anything.
Of course, but I didn't understand that. It's good shot, man. It's not good performance. It's good shot. The fight was for what, like 1 minute.
You went 11 rounds with someone that's not a world-class fighter, so I dispatched him in 1 round. So that shows that I'm a world-class fighter. But at the end of the day, like, them accolades won't fight for you.
It's your favorite time of the week again. Time for the only segment in boxing that gives you the facts and makes you laugh. It's Clapback Thursday. So I saw the Odyssey the other day.
Great movie.
It was about the Greeks and how they invaded the city of Troy. By disguising themselves inside a Trojan horse.
Pretty sneaky.
They tricked their enemies to get inside their gates. And the rest is history, man. Today, Zuffa Boxing is the Trojan horse. They are overpaying a few boxers to make it seem like this big money will continue. But it won't.
The money faucet just keeps a-flowing.
Once they monopolize the sport, like they want to,
because they're a sneaky bunch of fucks,
Zuffa will pay fighters peanuts.
It's a scam.
Exactly like the UFC. It's the same model.
It's not right. It's not right.
They want to change the Muhammad Ali Act so they can operate as their own league with their own rules, their own rankings, their own unicorn belts.
What kind of gay club is this?
They're luring in the biggest names for fight-by-fight deals. No long contracts.
Fuck them, they don't know.
That's why you see Shakur and Conor signing a 1 or 2 fight deal. Never a long-term deal. But again, this is the Trojan horse.
This is how they work you.
They are overpaying the household names in order to look pretty and gain credibility. So more up-and-coming fighters will sign with them. And mark my words, once they get you to sign, they're gonna scale all payment back, just like they have with the UFC.
That's when they get you, see?
That's the goal.
It's not right. It's not right.
Look, the problem is the younger generation feels this kind of money will be available to them at Zuffa Boxing, but the truth is...
Truth is, they're all fucked.
...that they'll be tricked into a very shitty contract, where they must fight for only the unicorn belt, the Zuffa belt.
What the fuck is that?
And the ring belt, which lost all its credibility.
Now who's a fraud?
It's now a joke. Here's an example of how they're already making up their own rules. Ring Magazine rules state that if you fail to schedule a fight in 2 years against a top 5 contender, you will be stripped. That means Jai Obatai should have been stripped in May because he chose to fight a cab driver in Zuffa's basement instead of a top 5 contender.
You remember that?
But Ring Magazine didn't strip him. Why?
Because they're complicit.
Because Zuffa makes up their own rules. Even the IBF stripped Jai Obatai of their belt because they don't recognize the Zuffa unicorn belt
I don't recognize them.
that they keep trying to push down fighters' throats.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
And poor Jai Obatai, I feel so bad for him because Zuffa has him suing the IBF on their behalf.
You use him.
He's literally fighting the legal fight for Zuffa. It's truly disgusting.
Damn shame.
Look, once they have their monopoly, nobody will get paid anymore. They need all of you to be hooked in by this ridiculous overspending you're seeing right now. But that cannot be sustained. Just like Live Golf. So don't be the city of Troy, guys. Don't sell out.
Lisa, what's a sellout?
And don't open your fucking doors. The writing is on the wall. And Uncle Fester, fuck you. And remember, kids, you're never a hater if you only speak the facts.
Well, y'all heard Oscar. What's cracking? I'm sorry, I was still trying to upload some stuff, but never mind. We are here. Happy Thursday. What's popping, everybody? Lord have mercy. It is so much going on. I couldn't load this stuff up fast enough and still probably forgot some stuff. But Nevertheless, we are here, honey. We're going to get into some of this news. We know what fights we got coming this weekend. I want to talk about those too. EJ, how he looking, how he sounding, which I think his confidence level is. Just, we're going to talk about it. We definitely going to talk about it. But first, of course, let me give y'all some news, see what's happening. There's been some interesting news this week. A lot of signings, a lot of moving parts, honey. Purse bids out the window. We need some damn injury reports on some people. We're going to get into it. We definitely going to get into it. Look like people running around here acting crazy. Lord of mercy. Jesus Christ. All right. We got diss tracks, honey. That's not worth the toilet paper it was written on. Honey, it is a lot going on. A lot going on. My God, my God. Smash the like button. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I wanted to bring to y'all attention is we have Frank the Ghost Martin. Yes, honey, he has signed a multi-year promotional agreement with Top Rank. Okay, he's expected to return to the ring sometime this fall. Now, you know that Frank has also recently signed with Fighters First Management. Early, I believe last month he announced that. So we know Frank Martin, his one and only loss, I believe, was to Gervonta back in June of 2024. He's since moved up to 140, beating Brantis Bartholomew in 4 rounds last December. And then, he had that draw with Nair Albright. So shout out to Frank Martin. We're going to see what Top Rank does with them. We know Top Rank has the best matchmakers in the game, hands down, bar none. So we are definitely going to see what type of noise Frank can make over there, who they're going to put him in there with, and we can talk about that later too. Who do we think will be a really good matchup for him now that he's over there on Top Rank? We'll see, right? We'll see what Frank does. Something that we've also covered heavily on my channel that we've been talking about pretty much since the very beginning. Ja Opataya and his pipe dreams, right? So obviously, as we just let Oscar tell us in the video, Ja Opataya is suing the IBF, and from what I've read, they done threw Matchroom up in there too, child. So they are accusing the IBF of anti-Zuffa conspiracy, baby. It is a conspiracy to keep him from his belt. Okay. He is taking this dispute with the IBF all the way to the top, honey. He is taking this thing to federal court. He is accusing the sanctioning bodies of stripping him of his cruiserweight title as part of what did he call this? A concerted effort to punish any fighter who signs under the Zuffa banner. Now, the complaint was 123 pages. Mother ain't got time for that, okay? The real quick brief breakdown is he filed this, I think, this past week, the 14th of July. He's looking to restore himself as the IBF champion. He's also requesting damages, attorney fees, and he's seeking an injunction. Okay, that injunction would prevent the IBF from recognizing any other champion until this issue is resolved. Okay, now he was basically saying that the IBF's actions violated the Muhammad Ali Boxing Reformed Act. He said it constitutes as fraud, breach of contract, what do you say? Breach of the something about implied covenant, basically intentional interference with contractual relationships, and a conspiracy. Did I mention he said it's a conspiracy? Oh my gosh. Oh, honey. Mother chuckled. Man, listen. Okay, so I'm gonna give my thoughts on this, but before I give my thoughts on this, let me tell Ja Opataya something real quick before I give my complete thoughts on this. Where is it? Okay.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
That's what I think of his lawsuit. That's what I think of his lawsuit. You let them play you. You know what I'm saying? I do not think that he will be successful in this lawsuit for several reasons, right? For one, they returned the money. For Tszyu, he did violate their rules and regulations. He was supposed to be in there with, I think it was like a top 5 contender or someone in the top 5 rankings. Instead, he opted to fight the pool cleaner, right, Blandon Glutton. So I don't really think he has a leg to stand on. However, I do understand his frustration in this matter, right? For whatever reason, he believed the hype. He believed that he was going to be able to sign to Zuffa and still fight for a sanctioning body belts. Maybe he didn't, like I said, read the fine print. But for someone who, he should have just, in my opinion, done a little bit more research, because Dana White has been extremely vocal on not really wanting to work with them or doing. I mean, we see him doing it now, but I'm talking about prior to this. I'm talking about when this whole situation of Jao Pataya's signing came about. He made it very clear that he was not interested in working with any of the sanctioning bodies. I remember him and Nick Khan went as far as to call Mauricio Sudama. I forgot what they call Mauricio Sudama when talking about the WBC, but they were very, very disrespectful to the sanctioning bodies. Dana White recently, not recently, well, prior to this whole thing, went on a rant, about how he didn't like when they came out to the venue. They got flown out and this and that happened. So the situation surrounding his belt is unfortunate, you know what I'm saying, because he's still running around here talking about, I'm gonna be undisputed. I'm gonna be undisputed. And it's like, read the room. Like, how? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I wish the brother the best, nothing but the best. But unfortunately for him, you got to read that fine print. They are using him, in my opinion, as a guinea pig to see if they can actually get this lawsuit pushed through or be successful in it. I don't think they will be. As far as a conspiracy, I'm not so sure that's true. I do know that there has been or there will be some sort of meeting taking place, but I don't know if it's necessarily a conspiracy to keep him from becoming a champion. I think that's taking it like a step too far, maybe in the wrong direction. So we shall see. I'm going to definitely watch this closely because I want to see how this turns out. And I'm sure Dana White wants to see how it turns out too. So does everybody else, that's going to be watching the situation. That'll let him know actually how he can proceed moving forward, because that is going to be some of the guys who maybe don't have bigger names, that's going to make them really reconsider going over to Zuffa if they know that, listen, if I'm a champion, the first thing they're going to do is strip me, or, I'm not going to be able to fight for a belt. I can't be undisputed, so on and so forth. So I'm pretty sure everyone's going to be watching to see how this whole process pans out and to see what they're going to actually do with it. So, I mean, listen, Jao Pataya, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say about the brother. I feel for him. I really do, but at the end of the day, you made your decision. So now, I don't know. But yeah, so he's suing. He's suing, and then we'll see what happens with this lawsuit from there. But child, please. What else? Oh, so Canelo and Billy, obviously, as you know, the Mexicans have punked Canelo off his date. So he will no longer be fighting in September. He'll be fighting October 31st. In Riyadh, of course, he's still owned by Turkey. This will be for the WBC title, which Mbili holds. Mbili was elevated to full champion. Obviously, we know Crawford dropped all those belts. He first won the belt back in June of last year against Suliki. So him and Canelo have switched their dates, and then, we'll see what happens from there. Obviously, there's been conversations about Canelo in several fights. So, and we'll see. I did see he did an interview on Ariel Helwani too. I think I was able to upload some of that, and we can go and talk about that because he threw a couple shots at DB that I wasn't really appreciative of, but we'll get into all of that. But that's they've switched their dates, so they're not going to be in September anymore. They're going to be on Halloween, and then we know that Ryan done stole his date. So that's how that's going. That's how that's working out. Okay, I don't know what he thought he was doing going over there to Saudi Arabia. Kind of ruined his own market value, but hey, whatever. Now, something else that caught me by surprise. Because remember last week I told y'all that Bibble was gonna do his little his fight with Calum, right? But it appears that he is gonna vacate the WBO and his mandatory fight against Calum Smith, and he's gonna pursue the trilogy with Bettervieve. Okay, I see you. Now, Smith and Bivol, they had until I think the 26th, but it looks like, he wants the trilogy. So if he drops the belt, then Kayla may end up fighting Busari for it. So I will keep y'all posted on this. I know Better Beef is just tickled to death. I mean, he's been waiting 600 years. I don't know how many people are even interested at this point in time in this damn fight. But listen, if they do it, I'll watch it, whatever. We got to see how this all shakes out, pans out, whatever. But now it looks like he's going to do the trilogy. So we'll see. Aaron McKenna is set to face Ntoza Aaliyah. Now, El Chapo, for the vacant IBF title. This is going to be on the Zuffa boxing card August 8th. Y'all remember, this was Janabek's belt, but he was stripped in March. Y'all remember why he was stripped, right? Prom queen, you know what I'm saying? But he was stripped back in March, so they'll be fighting for his belt actually. So whatever. Let me tell y'all something, because they're not playing over there. Okay, so the WBO has requested a certified medical demonstration regarding Rene Santiago and his reported injury. Okay, this was issued on the 20th, and they have 10 days of that notice, to actually produce said documents. Now, this comes after his elbow injury that he sustained in training camp. Okay, so they are requesting proof, details of that injury, a treatment plan, child, and a recovery prognosis. They are not playing. They said, you're not going to sit up here talking about you sick, your tummy hurt. So we're going to see how that progresses. We will see if they submit the proper documentation. Remember, we went through this with Alexander Usyk when he had that back issue. I know some of y'all can't stand when I put back in air quotations, but the only reason I did that is because we later saw him doing the Macarena in his country with some very statuesque woman. So that's why I'm saying that. So I guess they are deciding now that they are cracking down on the injury reports, if you will. So that's for that. I will keep y'all updated. They have 10 days. Actually, now they're down to about 7, honey. So I will let y'all know what happens with that, and we'll move forward. Most of y'all obviously have already heard about Debo Dev Dollars, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's the wrong image. Here it is. Here we go. Okay. So Devin has signed himself a new deal with DAZN, honey. This comes ahead of his public purse bid that is set to take place on Monday. Now, what I found interesting is that this purse bid will be public. Like, you can actually watch it online. Ain't that interesting, y'all? They said it's going to be the very first one. So I found that extremely interesting. But nevertheless, this is a multi-fight deal. Okay. This is actually, they're like on some type of reign right now, because as we know, we heard last week, Tszyu signed a similar deal to work directly with DAZN. So shout out to these young men for getting a bag. Multi-fight deal. And it's directly with DAZN. I don't know. I didn't see any particulars on how much it was and, so on and so forth. It just says the DSP has partnered with DAZN. So we are going to talk a little bit more about that as we get into the show, babe, because Mother got some questions. Man, I got a lot of questions, but they can wait for now. I don't know how many of y'all know this young man. I just happened to see this when I was like doing my final check. Sami Hamid, right? He is the son of Prince Naseem. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he just signed with Queensberry. He's leaving Misfits. Okay, he is signing to Queensberry on a 3-year deal. All right, I saw his father. I think his father is the one who said he wanted to fight Ryan Garcia. That's the only reason I even really remembered that name. I think he's still young in his career. I think he's only like 2-0 or something like that. But he was over there with Misfits. So nevertheless, now he's over there with Queensberry and that whole outfit over there. So we'll see. We'll see what pop off, what happened. Who is this? Oh, they're saying Janabek is moving to 168. And Denzel Bentley becomes full WBO middleweight champion. I mean, listen. Listen, child. Anyway, nevertheless, honey, nevertheless. Let me see. We do have 2 what's it, 2 or 3, I think, cards on this weekend. We do know that we have the EJ card, and we're going to talk so much about that. Y'all can tell me what y'all think. But anyway, we'd have Anthony Joshua on the 25th, and then also we have Errol Spence versus Tszyu. Now, we do know that on that Anthony Joshua card, you have Josh Kelly, you have, what's his name? The one who beat up Edgar Berlanga, Shiraz. He's also on that card. So that card has a lot of moving parts, a lot of interesting pieces too. I did happen to see they little press conference. Josh Kelly and his opponent, they was getting a little testy over there. I don't know what was happening. I tried to mute the background as much as I could because I think they were playing Big Pimpin', and I did not want to get flagged. So I took the beat out of it, so it sounds a little weird, but we're just gonna see what they talking about, what they got going. Child, that was so damn weird sounding. I'm sitting over here like, I can't wait till that go up. That sounds terrible. But does seem to get a little testy. We could talk a little bit more about that. I thought I loaded this other one. I have one more. Okay. So, Mayor Nestor versus Keyshawn Davis, right? He will be making his, I guess, heavyweight debut on a Zuffa card. He's the only man, I believe, to, who was that? He beat up AJ or I forget which one it was, but he'll be returning on a Zuffa card. This card will be on Sunday, July 26th. They're making their heavyweight debut. If you guys want to catch that over there on the Zuffa. I know y'all constantly talking to me about why I don't ever talk about Zuffa, child. Also, on the 26th, look at my energy because y'all making me talk about Zuffa. But also on the 26th, we know we have the return of Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga, we know we have not seen in the ring, obviously, since well, I mean, come on, let's be honest. Since his situation with Shiraz, you know what I'm saying? He got knocked out pretty much. That was the last time that we've seen Edgar Berlanga in the room. Since then, we know he's went over to the Zuffa challenge signed. And this will be his Zuffa debut. They are fighting in New York, if I'm not mistaken. The main card starts, I believe it is 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific time. He's fighting Stephen Butler. On his undercard is his bestie, Richardson Hitchens. He'll be fighting Ricardo Celeste, and we can talk about that too. I saw something from Richardson Hitchens. I think I downloaded it. We'll get to him. And then we have Jaleel Hackett, who has a really hard opponent on that card. I told y'all that was the clip I played the other day. With Sergey Demonchenko. Sorry. He is also on that card. So they've been matching Jaleel up pretty tough since he's been over there, in my honest opinion. But he getting it done. So I ain't mad at him. I believe this fight, I don't know, I think it's at 160. I'm not sure. But they've been matching him pretty tough since he's been over there. But he's staying active. So I'm pretty sure that was one of the reasons for them going over there. I'm sure his father really wanted him to be active and stay active. So, you know, we'll see what he does, what he's able to do in this particular fight. Because like I said, he has a tough one, this one for sure. So we'll see. But shout out to him. Shout out to EB, I guess, making his return. And then Richardson Hitchens with his little tired self. Shout out to him too. Like I said, I got a couple of clips on Richardson Hitchens. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's listen to why he went on over there to the Zuffa. Do I have that one loaded yet? Because I sure enough did see it. Like, what is he talking about? God damn it. Anyway, let me see something. Let me move this right on out the way. But those are the remainder of this month's fights. And then next month, you know, we got Lamont Roach He is against the Peta. Oh, child, please. Okay, just please. We're gonna talk about that because I did see Shakur make some comments about a fight with Lamont Roach and why he decides that he's gonna fight Lamont Roach and stuff like that. So we can definitely talk about that, but I'm not really checking for Shakur right now. I have more important things to talk about first, and then we can get into him. But we're gonna do some hot takes actually first. But first, let me see who all up in this camp. Let me see who up in the building. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button, please, as y'all come through the door. I hate to have to tell y'all to wipe y'all feet before y'all come in my house. What is wrong with something? No, I'm just kidding. Cam, my brother, what's going on? Hey, Blue, how you doing, baby? Aunt McQueen is back outside. Today is a good day. Hoo-oh. I'm on my ice cube. I'm feeling good now. What's up, Aunt? I hope you're feeling okay, baby. Ain't seen you in a minute. Hope you wasn't doing no time or nothing like that. I'm glad you back outside, though, for sure. All things. My boy was popping with you. Ishmael, hey, baby. How you doing? You did. We're going to talk about that, Ishmael, okay? We're going to talk about how you knew that. Because I didn't see that coming. I ain't even going to lie to you. Hey, Kurt, shout out for $10 on the super chat for concert. Hey, baby, I appreciate you. Thank you. Hey, Cash. Security is in the building, honey. Mother feels so safe when Cash is around. But I get all these complaints about him abusing the people. I don't know. They soft, though, as Cash would say. All things. Hey, SBG Mello, how you doing, baby? Mm-hmm. Big Dre in the building was popping. Hi, William. Yes, it's Shark Week, baby. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Richie L. Hey, where you been, boy? Yeah. Hey, Sharp. How you doing, baby? All right. Aircraft. Act right today. Hey, Dondrick, sweetie. How you doing? Hi, Jaquin. Yeah. What's up? Oh, yes. All Mother's Men is here. $2 with Ishmael. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I want to know what y'all think about this sign. And when we get to that part, I'll let y'all. Hey, Marshawn girl, how you doing? Yeah, okay. Y'all just up in here speaking to each other now. Okay. Hey, Marshawn, what's $5? Hey, sis for the ground. I appreciate you. Y'all see Mother working out here. Y'all see me. Hey, Mr. Lynch, how you doing? Yeah. Let me tell y'all something, honey. I didn't see that coming because I was just for sure that Devin was gonna whizzle his ass on over to the Zuffa, honey. But listen, I'm glad. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna definitely talk about that because I'm glad he didn't. Now what? We're gonna get to that though. We're gonna get to that. I'm sorry, I was eating a grape. That is so rude. I'm sorry, y'all. Big Dre, you say you just left Lamont Roach's media day? Ciao. I almost said something about that boy. That wouldn't have been nice at all. But that's what's up though. I'm happy for you. No more sleepwalking. Yes, honey. How you doing, baby? So listen, we're gonna get into some of this stuff. Hold on, because I wanna talk about Canelo a little bit because he was hating. So I want to make sure we acknowledge him for the hater that he is. Very quickly. But I thought I uploaded this. Oh, you know what? Let me see. There it is. I don't know why I don't see it backstage. Hold on a second. I just knew I had this little waterhead uploaded already. Maybe not. Let me see. I ain't upload this waterhead. Guess not. Yeah, he just was basically saying why he moved, why he went over to the Zuffa. How, he's gonna I don't know, something about being a star. We know that ain't true. But we yeah, here it go. Hold on a second. Exit. I'm so sorry. I don't know why the hell this thing did not come up when I pressed it to the top. StreamYard, let me tell y'all something. As soon as I can find me somewhere else to be but StreamYard, honey, that is where y'all will be able to catch Mother. Because StreamYard be doing some of the craziest stuff, yo. I don't know. It's like when you in there too long, it start moving your stuff around like it's possessed or something. I don't know what in the hell be happening. But while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna play this clip from Bill real quick while I'm uploading the rest of the stuff.
All right. Well, listen. I look forward to looking across from you. I can clearly say that you're either being delusional right now, or you're underprepared, or you're underestimating us. So I have nothing but good things to say about your team and what you guys are doing. I look forward to seeing you. I know that Keyshawn Davis is a tremendously explosive fighter. You know what I mean? We like, what we can do to him, and we look forward to it, okay?
Man, trust me, we're not underestimating y'all at all. We appreciate, what y'all gonna do for us. Once we appreciate the opportunity, and we love the fact. We love the fact of we're in there with another a great fighter. But now it's time to show just how great Keyshawn is, and that is when it comes to levels, we're just a level above. And may the best man win.
You'll get a chance to see. All right, shout out to that Mill City boxing. All right, and listen, you stop knocking off about any of that other stuff about amateur shit and all that other shit. You like that opportunity, and I'm gonna get off this line, and I look forward to looking across from you.
You mentioned Lomachenko though. No, don't mention Lomachenko accolade.
We're not going back down that rabbit hole now. You stop talking about amateur styles, and you talk about the youngest undisputed champion. You talk about 3 divisions, and you talk about a great opportunity.
I give him his props for all of that.
Belt. Okay.
I give him his props for all of that. I give him his props for all of that.
Hey, let me ask Mill City, how many champions would this have been that Devin been in the ring with?
Champions? Damn.
Take a look at it.
Can't. That's a lot. You got a lot there. 2 handfuls.
All right. Well, for us, it's another day at the office.
Oh, another day at the office.
Well, y'all heard Bill. And I know a lot of y'all, I've been seeing a lot of different, I'm not going to say that because I've been seeing a lot of different just energies about, what people think is going to happen in that particular matchup. They think maybe Keyshawn can beat Devin. They think that he definitely has skills. I ain't going to say Key don't got no skills because he definitely does have skills. So I guess we're going to see. What happens in this purse bid. I'm gonna be watching that purse bid. I can't believe I get to watch it live. That's just amazing to me. So I'm extremely excited because I want to see who the hell gonna bid on it. I am so child. Don't come in here trolling. A bad muddle scooter. You gotta stop listening to Bill. I got Keyshawn beating Devin's. Okay. Bill Haney can sell a fight. He can do that. Yes, he can he? Bill, listen. Bill gonna do what he gotta do. Hey, Manager Marty, how you doing, baby? Yeah. Point a pound to stop. Y'all are awful, man. But yes, I'm very interested in seeing that matchup. I cannot wait till the purse bid if it gets, that far, because maybe something will happen over the weekend where they won't even air the purse bid, because I really don't know if they want people in their business like that. SBG Mello said he has Keyshawn winning that fight. All right, well, listen, we're gonna see, right? We're gonna see who wins what. There's also been some chitter chatter by I used to like Max Kellerman. I'm not gonna front. When he used to do the 24/7 with Mayweather, I really did used to like him, but now it's just something about him. I don't know if it's like a smear campaign he's paid to talk negatively about certain fighters or what he has going on. And I brought this to y'all attention last time when he was talking shit about Tank. I'm just not sure what's up with him lately. He's very, very fickle. Nevertheless, this is them talking about Keyshawn being placed at 147 and how he gets a title shot. Just a whole bunch of...
How many fights has Keyshawn Davis had at welterweight?
0.
They're ordering a purse bid, some sanctioning body, which I won't mention. At what weight for Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney?
147.
Oh, isn't that interesting? What has he done at welterweight to have a purse bid ordered?
It happens to just be a promoter that they're cozy with. Look at that.
This is the problem with the sanctioning bodies. It always has been.
No, at 135 or 140, he was the number 1 contender at 140.
What's that got to do with 47?
If you're the number 1 contender, you can move from that weight class and go up to a different weight class and become the number 1 contender.
Yeah,
It's in the rules.
The rules aren't good, though.
Ridiculous. He's had 2 fights at 140, Keyshawn Davis, in his career. The rest has been at 35. How many?
Yeah. So as we've seen, Max Kellerman, I mean, I don't know, right? I mean, the same question would appear when we were talking about Rolly and Tszyu. Tszyu off a loss is getting a championship opportunity, moving up a different weight class. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it happens. And I'm glad that Tim Bradley, you know, although he's a flip-flopper at times, I'm glad that Tim Bradley, you know, was able to basically let him know that you can challenge somebody from another weight class. Now, whether or not he thinks that it's too early for Keyshawn, I don't know what his intentions were in that particular that particular conversation. But I just feel like, what difference does it make? You know what I'm saying? It's been mandated already. They're getting ready to fight. Do a fight breakdown if you want to, or you know what you know how he got there. It's not like you don't know how he got there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not like you don't know how he got placed at number 1. We know somebody got that envelope, somebody got that call, and now we're here. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's out of the realm of possibility to see. I mean, Keyshawn has had some really good performances as of late. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, he beat Jermaine Ortiz, stopped him. You know what I'm saying? And then he beat Albright. He had a little bit of issues, in my opinion, in the beginning of the fight, but after that, you know what I'm saying, he pretty much sailed right through. So I don't know. It's just some issues that I be having sometimes with Max Kellerman, and what he has going on. We're gonna do another hot take, and then we're gonna move into EJ, because I really want to get y'all breakdowns on what y'all think about, you know, their energy, how they talk and how they feeling. Hey, DJ baby. Thank you, DJ. Absolutely. And the fights, sometimes they make fights that we don't want to see, but if they've been listening lately, you know what I'm saying, then they'll see that that's a little bit more of an interesting fight for me, in my opinion, anyway. And like I said, that and $1 might get you on the bus if you're cute. But in my opinion, it's more of an interesting matchup to see Keyshawn against Devin Haney. We do know that Keyshawn will engage. We do know that Keyshawn is going to fight. You know what I'm saying? I know Cash got on me for saying this before, but I do think that Devin and Shakur had some level of legacy to it. And I'm only saying that because they are 2 contemporaries that are still young. They were both champions. So that is why I'm throwing the legacy part into it. But if we're talking about entertainment value, I'm going to go with Keyshawn over Devin every time. Keyshawn has proven to me that he can entertain me. Keyshawn has proven to me that he is worth my money. You know what I'm saying? That I may get a knockout in that damn fight. You know, so that to me is why I would choose that fight too. But I mean, either fight, listen, y'all know we are boxing junkies. We are going to watch whatever fight they put on, complain about some of them, but we're going to watch them regardless. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But let's see what Bud over here talking about. I thought this was just absolutely hilarious. The names that well, not all of them, but at least one of them I thought was crazy. Y'all can tell me which one y'all thought I thought was crazy.
Said, you know, those 3 fights.
Who's that? Keyshawn, Devin, and
fighters.
Shakur?
Well, I'm gonna say 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 5 fighters that if they did
the
a
future of the
round
sport.
robin, like they gonna fucking, it's gonna be the 5 toughest fights.
Yeah. So would it be like the 4 kings back in the days?
It's 5.
5 kings though, but yeah.
I'm gonna say Shakur, say Devin, say Keyshawn, Tank, and Africa.
About time somebody gave Africa
because
respect.
they all know each other.
Mm-hmm.
They all great boxers. They all great thinkers. You know, and when in doubt, I don't know about Tank, but I know about the other 4. You know, they gonna box their ass off if they got to.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to throw Ryan Garcia in the mix? In that mix?
Hell no.
Listen, y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. It is 70 people in here. The likes are not congruent. Smash the like button. Now, I don't know if Ryan heard him, because Ryan definitely did respond to that. I gotta see if I got that clip. But that was his take. Now, I'm gonna tell you honestly, I don't put Richardson Hitchens in that category at all. I told y'all, Richardson Hitchens, he cool, but to me, he kind of puts me in the mind of like Devin. And I don't even know who will win in that fight between them, but his fighting style to me kind of reminds me of Devin. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said that. But honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with Richardson Hitchens. I don't agree with Richardson Hitchens at all. I don't know why Bud said that. Bud had some other stuff to say, and I don't even know if we care about that. But I found the video that I want to show you about Richardson Hitchens on why he signed to Zuffa. Let's listen to his delirious little self.
What ultimately was the decision maker for you to move over to Zuffa?
Honestly, I had a lot of different offers. You know, I had deals with DAZN, sat down with Golden Boy. Zuffa, you know, they gave me an opportunity and the deal I couldn't refuse. And as far as seeing my vision, I feel like a lot of times in the past, a lot of my promoters, they believed in me as a fighter, but promoting me into a superstar, I don't think that was a priority. Then when I sat down with Nick Khan and Denton White, that was some of the things we spoke about, bringing me back home, bringing me back to the East Coast, making sure that, you know, eventually I shouldn't need a reservation or I shouldn't need an ID to go coming anywhere, just being promoted the right way. And I feel like with Zuffa, they're pushing it. They're pushing me to be the starter I believe I am. So that was really all it took to just get the deal done. You know, the dollar signs was right. Everything was right. And it was time to go.
Y'all saw him in them shorts? Oh my God, I played too much. When I saw that, I literally bust out laughing. I was like, oh, these boys is down bad over there. So let's just quickly review before we get into EJ what he said, right? So he basically saying that he wanted a promoter that would believe in him, that he could be an actual superstar. He shouldn't have to carry ID. Basically, he want to be the type of star where his face card never declines. That's what I got from that information that he just put out there, right? So a few things. Richardson Hitchens, like I said, I think he's a good boxer. I'm not gonna say he's not a good boxer. I think he's a solid B+. I'll give him that. I think he's a solid B+. But I think that he's letting this little Kambosos win go to his head. Right. And I find it so very interesting to me that a lot of them hang their hat on Kambosos, but yet Shakur put down Kambosos, but Tszyu was Kambosos' best win, and he was also Shakur's best win. It's just so very, very confusing to me. But nevertheless, you know, he wants somebody who's going to believe in him, who's going to, I guess, bring him back. Now, when he says bring him back to the East Coast, I'm trying to think, where was his last fight? Wasn't that in New York? Didn't he fight Kambosos in New York, or no? Am I tripping? I could have sworn he fought Kambosos in New York as well. So I don't really know. But listen, if that's what he wants to do and that's how he wants to carry it, then sure. I mean, we heard Eddie speak about it. It was not like, you know, Eddie seemed like he was a little upset, although he was more heartbroken, if I'm being honest, over the situation with Conor Benn. If I'm just being honest, he was a little more distraught about losing Conor Benn than he was losing Richardson Hitchens. But at the end of the day, these guys have to understand something. These promoters are here to make money, right? And if they cannot make a lot of money off of you, unfortunately, they are going to let you go over to a different platform. They are going to let you, you know, sign for a big amount of money. They're not going to prevent that. I don't see them, you know, if they try to match certain things, then okay, but I don't really see that being an issue. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say you know, Eddie won't miss him or something like that, but I will say this. I mean, like, hey, bye. I mean, what you want from the brother? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just found Richardson Hitchens to be extremely funny to me. That was funny, him in his little Zuffa uniform. I thought that was hilarious. But now, okay, so listen. We're gonna get into EJ. Rich Porter, we're gonna get into that in just a second, baby. We'll get to him. How's he stranded? Oh, well, okay, yeah, we'll get to him. I wanted to talk about EJ first, but you know, we could talk about Shakur if y'all want to. So when I said that Shakur is stranded, what I mean is underneath the Zuffa banner, I don't know if you watched the Ariel Helwani interview that he had last week, where he said they wanted his first fight to be against Devin, right? Underneath Zuffa, right? As we can see, that doesn't look like it's going to happen. Okay. So Shakur Stevenson, he decided to sign over there to Zuffa, although being offered a deal to sign with DAZN on his own, right? All of them apparently are over there working out some sort of deal with DAZN independently. He had that opportunity to sign to them independently, okay, and still get some of these fights. They would have actually been, in my opinion, easier to make than him going over to Zuffa trying to do some sort of cross promotion. Now, he's sitting there, from what I can see, with no clear opponent, no real platform rivalry going on, and no pathway to the mega fights that he claims he wants. So how did this happen? Right? It happened because Shakur, hold on, let me put, hey JB, how you doing, baby? Yeah, he is. That's a cross promotional fight. That is Golden Boy, DAZN, and then under them is Zuffa Paramount, right? But Conor Benn he has his own country behind him, right? And we know that, like him or not, Ryan is one of boxing's biggest stars, right? Now, so here, well, the main thing was the rollout fight, right? That was supposed to be his rollout fight, was it not? That's what he said. He said Devin, right? Okay. So he has no platform rivalry. There's no pathway to any mega fights that I can see. This is because of Shakur's business decisions. He signed to Zuffa, a brand new, as we know, they just rolled out in January. Now, some of y'all may think that's a good move for him. I personally don't, and I'm going to tell you why. Yes, this is fresh money. Yes, he gets a chance to be the face of something. We heard him. I'm the face of Zuffa boxing. I guess that's what he always wanted to be, the face of something. We don't know. But here's what that decision actually means in practice. Zuffa is not really a boxing institution. They don't have the relationships. They didn't even want the relationships, as y'all heard Dana White throughout this whole thing. Right? They don't have any type of track record in boxing. And now that Haney done went to DAZN, he doesn't really have that natural rival thing that he had before. So that's a problem that I'm not saying that maybe down the line it can't be fixed. What I'm saying is he created an even stickier situation, right? Like, why put up more red roadblocks and red tape to these fights? You have the opportunity to go right where the fights were at. So let's take, who can Shakur actually fight now, right? Because talent doesn't mean anything if you don't have anybody to fight you, right? So who is he actually going to fight? He doesn't want to fight Keyshawn. You know what I'm saying? Africa's about to fight unless he wait till Africa's done with that fight. I heard him mention Lamar Roach. We're going to get into all of that. I told I was going to do this after EJ, but whatever. Yeah, we're going to hold that. We're going to put a pin in him. But nevertheless, while I'm over here doing this, you tell me who you think he can fight. Okay? Because as of right now, it looks like there's far and in between people for him to fight. You know what I'm saying? He has one more fight, JB. We're going to talk about that because actually, Ryan, I got some stuff from Ryan too. But it's not necessarily, they can, Rich. They can do cross-promotional stuff. But my point is, why make it harder? Why make it harder? Why go to the place where there's absolutely nobody that you wanted to fight when you had the opportunity? It's not about liking him or not liking him. It's about the facts. The fact of the matter is he had an opportunity to sign with DAZN so he can make these fights easier. You up here talking about cross promotion, doing backflips, licking toes and everything else to get a damn fight with Shakur when he's not even really a commercial draw like that. And we don't know if these boys are going to have to drop their belts or not. What I'm saying is he made these fights more difficult to make. You know what I'm saying? It's not about liking him or not liking him. It's about the facts, bro. And for the record, no, I don't like him. But that don't mean I'm going to lie on him either. Nothing I said is a lie. He signed to Zuffa when he had the opportunity to sign with DAZN. Is that a fact or a lie? That's a fact. He said it himself on Ariel Helwani. He thought that Devin was going to be his fight in October. He said that as well on Ariel Helwani. Guess what? Devin's going to fight his Mando. I don't understand why y'all so upset about stuff that's right in y'all face. It ain't about liking him, baby, or not liking him. It's about the facts. It's about the moves that he's making that make him look as if he doesn't really want to fight the niggas that he claims he wants to fight. I don't understand this. Why would you go all the way over to Zuffa when you have the opportunity to stay right where the fights was at and make those fights? It just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I don't know why you're, acting like somebody's against Shakur. Shakur was against Shakur. He's against big fights, apparently. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not. The bottom line is, just to sum this all up, because like I said, we was going to get into Shakur later. The bottom line is this. All of those fights can still be made, yes, but now they're going to be more difficult. There's going to be more people in people's pockets to make these deals. What I'm saying is the boy could have had a very simple life. All he had to do was go to where the smoke was. That's all he had to do. But he didn't do that. The question is why? Why didn't he do that? That's the real question. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but nevertheless, I told y'all I was gonna get into damn EJ. Y'all over here talking about some damn Shakur. I'm like, I haven't got no damn Shakur. But I get what you're saying, Rich Porter. It's not about that. And yes, cross promotional fights are taking place. Obviously, we know that Ryan is about to fight Conor Benn, so we know cross promotional fights can take place. It's just about the fact that why do they have to? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than Tank saying he's not working with DAZN. It's absolutely a big difference, baby. It's a huge difference. Shakur is not a draw. That's the biggest difference. More importantly, even with those particular fights, he has a network. He's still on Prime. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Look, can we come back to that, baby? Can we put a pin in that, Rich? And when I drop the link, you can come up here and tell Mother how you're upset with her about my feelings about Shakur, because I really want to get into some EJ stuff. I kind of wanted to talk about EJ and just what we feel is going on with him. I don't know if y'all seen his sit down that he did. I only have a couple of snippets because I wanted to just kind of go over how we think both of them can win, because we're not going to sit up here and act like Tszyu can't win like y'all did when well, that's a bad example because Xander got his ass whooped. Nevertheless, y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm just gonna play the clips.
Where I fight, it doesn't matter where I fight. It doesn't matter. I've done it before. I've done it all through the amateurs. It doesn't matter to me. It is what it is. Like I said, like he said, it's gonna be me and him in the ring. So the crowd's not gonna matter. Nothing's gonna matter. It's just me and him.
Tim, what happens in this fight?
A lifetime of work in that 36 minutes. That's what I'm doing.
What happens in this fight, Errol?
We don't go to work. It's gonna be work time as long as it lasts. I don't know if it's gonna be 36 minutes like he said, but it's gonna be some work.
Might be quicker than that.
It might be.
Any final words for Tim?
Man, the word is done. It's fight week. I'm ready to put on my gloves and get to rocking, man. It is what it is. He can say what he want to say. He can do whatever. Come Saturday night, we're gonna see who the best.
Final words, Tim?
We shall see.
Well. There was another clip about him talking about his Tszyu must have said something about his eye, I think.
I mean, I guess he is. He's gonna come straight at me. I don't think that many different game plans, or he's not that type of fighter that's gonna box around the ring. If you see his feet, his footwork's not, is not the prettiest. So I think he's got it. He's gonna have to come forward, because if he fights off his back foot, I mean, that's just freedom for me to do what I want to do. So I think he's a guy that's gonna have to press forward and gonna have to dictate the action.
All right, y'all. That's what he thinks about Tszyu. Let me see if this is the one about
I think his
Tszyu.
biggest key is his front hand and his consistent punching. I think that ties a lot of fighters down. But I don't think he's ever been with a 160 pounder.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
160
sir.
pounder. Like even the Danny Garcias, these guys were all coming up from 140 and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a bit of a difference when you're fighting someone like that, because I don't know, you hit harder. You know, when you throw that amount of punches, you also can get hit. You know, so I think that's where I have to capitalize.
All right, child. So you know what? We're gonna do it this way, because this is a really big fight, and it's you pumped, Ishmael. I don't know how to pronounce your name, baby. Immaculator. So I did see that Shakur said that, but did you catch the interview that Gary said they reached out to Shakur's team and Shakur's king? What did I do? What did I do? Anyway, did you see the part where Gary said they reached out to Shakur and Shakur declined the fight? Did you see that, baby? I don't know if you saw that. But yeah. So all right, y'all. Let's talk about the fight. I see some of y'all excited. Dondrick is threatening me. I don't know what I did, but I don't respond well to threats. Let me just put that out there. And then we'll get into the rest of these cards too, because I do want to talk about the AJ card. I do want to talk about what we think is going to happen with Josh Kelly and his opponents. Is he the next opponent for Boots? I do want to talk about some of that stuff. Like I said, I don't know what the hell happened with my Canelo thing. If I need to, I'll get ghetto with it and just pull it up on my what you call it. But I want to have a EJ conversation, y'all. And I'm serious, y'all. Don't come up here talking about he about to slaughter him and this that. Like, I need y'all to be super realistic, right? This man has not fought in 3 years. Okay, let me say that again. 3 years. The last time we saw him, you know, he was losing to Terrence Crawford. Now, a lot of people, they're picking him still in this fight. And I'm not betting against him. So Dondrick, don't come up here trying to bite me. But that, you know, that Crawford fight was what it was. He came out and spoke on it. The Spence camp was disorganized. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have proper sparring. You know, Spence himself admitted that afterwards. You know, he had a broken rib. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what's going to happen in this particular fight. They moved it. Now it's at the full 160-pound limit. Yeah, baby. Yes. Yes, baby. That interview was right after the Ariel Helwani. You know what? Let me pull it up. Yes, that interview was right. Y'all just all right. You know what? I don't know. Okay, I guess we'll stay on Shakur. I wanted to talk about EJ. Yes, baby. That interview was new. Let me pull it up for you. Oh. It came out actually right after the Ariel Helwani interview, where he said that, where he made those statements. And then so EJ was like, Gary said that they reached out to him and they declined the fight. Where in the heck did I put that? I know I kept it. If not, I'll pull it up online. Hey, DJ baby. Let me see. I'm trying to find the clip of where my mans was saying, where Gary said that they reached out to Shakur, but Shakur did not want that fight as of this moment. What's up, DJ? I don't know why y'all oh, what's up, DJ?
There we go. I just thought I'd come up.
Baby. Yeah, I can hear you now. What's up?
You got me?
Huh?
You got me? You can hear me?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me, baby? Okay, what's up?
Where do you want to start with EJ and Tim? Because I'm probably going to make some comments that are probably going to ask people more questions than give them answers.
All right, well, just Talk to me. I wanted to go,
All right.
how do we think he looks? How do we think his punch resistance will be? 3 years off the couch. What are we expecting? Are we expecting pre-car wreck? Are we expecting, what are we expecting? Because I posed this question, like I said before, because I know a lot of people, last week when we talked about it, everyone was just kind of like, no, EJ's going to do this, EJ's going to do that. And I'm like, guys, I just want to manage our expectations a little better. You know what I'm saying? What in the hell is wrong? Go ahead.
Look for me, I suppose in the circles that I talk boxing, like obviously being in Australia, I get asked a lot this week,
right?
About Tim and all those sorts of things. So let me just start somewhere in no particular order. First of all, I wanted to just in my own mind to go, well, before Errol's loss and Tim's first loss, if the fight was to happen then at 54 or 47, doesn't matter who you're picking, right? So if you just erase the losses, like before they both got beat and how they got beat and the style matchup, Tim versus EJ, who's everyone picking? Because I think that's a valid point, right? I also think that watching Bud, and I'm not saying Tim's anywhere near Bud's ability, I would never do that, but I'm also of the belief that Errol watching Bud beat Canelo at 168 might have given him a level of vindication. Going, shit, I got beat by this bloke, and then he goes to 168 and beats that bloke. Maybe I was just beaten by a better guy. He's just that good. The 3 years off could have been a body repair, eyesight, shoulder, whatever niggles he might have had, right? These are all the things that are floating through my head. The other thing is when I come back, given that both of them have changed camps and trainers, I'm personally of the belief that a new trainer can't give you new tools to your toolbox in one camp. You have to be with that trainer for like 12 months or 18 months before it becomes muscle memory and reflex. The only difference, the camp for me, that's going to be significant is what comes out of the corner on fight night. What advice Ronnie's given EJ, what advice Jeff's given Tim. Because you're not gonna see significant style changes. Not after one camp. So then I start thinking about, well, EJ being a southpaw and he's a lot busier and crisp with his jab, what weapon does that take away from Tim? It doesn't take away his right hand, right? It might take away the left hook, but it doesn't take away his right hand. Whereas Tim doesn't use a jab as a point scoring weapon. He uses it as a rangefinder with the right hand to come behind it. And look, don't let me steal the show. I'm just thinking out loud about my thoughts into this fight.
Those are all valid. Those are all valid thoughts, and I was wondering those myself, right? Because I'm like, okay, Tszyu, from what we heard in the sit downs, he's looking to punch him in the eye. He's basically trying to, I guess, re-injure him or whatever the case may be. But I'm pretty sure that whatever they're working on, I mean, Tszyu is definitely a machine. I'm just I don't want to say anxious, but I'm a little leery. You know what I'm saying? He's been hit clean by big punchers, you know what I'm saying, and kept coming. So, I don't know.
EJ's been hurt as well in some of his fights. And look, he's got no quitting in him. He didn't quit against Crawford, right? The ref stopped it. I think that the guy whoever gets off first and hardest in this fight might go on to actually dictate terms in the rest of the fight. If they're one or both of them are a little bit damaged goods, like with their punch resistance. But then, in saying that, this is the stuff that confuses me. At a heavier weight, you've got to assume that their punch resistance is going to be better. They're going to be fully hydrated. They're not going to be sucked down. They're going to be bigger. So their punch resistance should mirror that, you would think.
Okay. Okay. JB.
What's going on, Jab Queen?
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there. What's up? What you think about this fight? Who you got winning? Give me just, let's take an opposite approach. What do we think Tszyu can do to come out successful? Because I know everybody's going for EJ, but I also want to, I don't want to just say Tszyu is just going to lay down.
Yeah, I think Tszyu best bet is try to blitz Errol Spence Jr. early. You know, Errol Spence been out of the ring for over 3 years, even though he's performed at a high level after long layoffs before. But this is a real long layoff, and he's older. So you need to jump on him, being a more active fighter, jump on him and try to land that right hand and hurt Errol Spence Jr. and start trying to make him go back to that dark day when he took on Terrence Bud Crawford, when he took a hell of a beating. You know, one side of the fair that's a surprise to a lot of boxing fans. So if he can bring him back to that dark place early on and maybe get an early stoppage, I think that'd be his best bet, because as the fight progresses, as the fight get going, rounds after rounds, I see Errol Spence Jr. systematically breaking them down. As we know, Errol Spence Jr. is one of those guys that, you know, he comes out very, very aggressive. As the fight goes on, he gets stronger and stronger with the body shots and stuff like that, coming in behind the jab, landing the left hand, landing the right hand, and he just overwhelms his opponent with his punch output and his body work. So I think if it's early, I like Tszyu, but as the fight goes on, as the fight progresses, we get toward the middle of the fight, maybe the second half of the fight, I think Errol Spence Jr. Overall volume of punches and body work is going to systematically break down Tszyu and probably stop him. So Tszyu best bet is to get him out of there early. I think once the fight go on, it favors Errol Spence Jr. in my opinion.
Yeah, because Tszyu, if I'm not mistaken, he is the underdog in this particular fight. I guess depending on what sports book, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see who else is up here. Rich, I know you want to talk about Shakur. What's up, Dondrick? What did I do now?
Oh, first of all, Tszyu ain't got a motherfucking chance. You out the clan.
My God. Oh my
God. I will let you know when you can get back in the clan. I will let you know. I will put your paperwork back in when you start acting correctly.
God. Stop it.
We are delusional around here. We are very delusional. Goodness. I don't care what you say. Nah. But on a serious note, I think Tim got four rounds to figure it out. Because I don't think EJ gonna come out fast. I think he's gonna come out and try to slow walk it. Because that's how, if you notice, that's how Ronnie teaches his fighters do. They tell you work behind your jab for the first 2. And then if you feel something after about 2-3 rounds, he tell you go get him. So I think that's what's gonna happen. And if you notice, I don't like the demeanor Tim got. Tim seems kind of super nervous, like scary. Like even when
I picked up on that. I thought I played that clip. He did. It's almost like he was mirroring everything that EJ said, almost like Xander did Boots. It was like almost like you do that to me, I'm gonna do that to you. You do that to me, so I'm gonna do that to you. Like it, just the way he was talking. But I think this is the one about his eye.
He say he's gonna take my eye or something like that. So why would I shake his hand? He's saying all that.
I want to cause pain. I want to do damage, and that's what we both have to do.
Would you want to shake my hand if I say I'm gonna beat his ass to answer his life? I bet he wouldn't want to shake my hand, right?
At the end of the day, it's me and him in the ring for 36 minutes. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter where we're at. Doesn't matter who's in the crowd.
Well, that's the difference between me and him. He's talking about this fight week, and he's in that mode. I've been in that mode, so he can do whatever. Come Saturday night, we're gonna see who the best.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you done chewing me out, Dondrick.
Yeah, you're not a clan from that, but you know what? I'll put your paperwork in.
This is ridiculous. Please put my paperwork back in and make sure you push it through. What's up, Mr. Greg?
Good evening, rather. How's everybody
doing?
Good
evening.
Doing good. Yeah. Since you want to hear how Tim Mike can win, I'm gonna take a different approach. I think Tim needs to hold the center of the ring. He needs to make I dare call him Charlo. He needs to make Spence come to him, which Spence probably will do because he likes to come forward.
Okay.
This whole thought of make him feel pain will happen right there. If he can make Spence feel pain in the center of the ring and hold it, he can possibly win on points. I don't think he's going to knock Spence out, but I do think he can hurt Spence, depending on how well he has healed himself. And remember, Tszyu been hurt too and has lost some fights as well. So it's always possible that EJ can remind him of those losses in this fight as well. But if Spence's, I mean, if Tszyu's going to win, those are some of the things I think he has to do. He also has to exploit, like every fighter should, he has to exploit Spence's weaknesses, his flaws. And the flaw right now was that this is a typical kind of situation with Spence where there's still some disorganizational going on. He should have been over there a month ago. He should have had made weight. So you're going to have to try to exploit that, even though I'm sure they're going to acclimate, which will probably be better for Spence. He still needs to try to exploit that you had to do that and make him think a little bit psychologically. Maybe I should have came better prepared if that's the case, because it looks like he still wasn't 100% prepared. So that's how I see Tim possibly winning. I'm giving the fight right now. I'm seeing the fight because of what happened just in the last couple of days with Spence needing to wait and things like that. 60-40 now. Still 60 on Spence, 40 on Tim. Tim got something to prove. Both of them do, actually. Tim really has something to prove, but Spence has something to prove more than just in the fight. He has to prove that he is still the elite fighter that all of his fans still think he is. And he has to, deal with the fact that he's carrying a burden. He revealed how he messed up in this last fight and how he's going to try to redeem himself. And this is the fight that starts it. So let's see how it goes. That's my feeling about it.
Do you think that with this fight, if he's successful and he, goes out there and beats Tszyu in, really good fashion, do you think that he'll be back, or do you think he retires after this? Because I do remember, them saying something to the effect like, Ronnie was basically saying he'll make that decision, I'm assuming, after the fight.
It'll come down to how good he looks in this fight, because it's always that bravado with Spence. It's always been, even though he's been disorganized in other fights and things of that nature, that bravado of, I'm still going to get it done, I'm still this, that, and the third has always been there. But a lot of times bravado can be false. This time it got to be some substance behind it in this particular fight. And depending on how he looks, depending on how he performs throughout the entire fight, and then how he feels, because he can win and still take a lot of damage, and even in the win. So it depends on how he performs and how he looks when he wins will dictate to that. But I think if he looks good, he's going to get bigged up. People are going to cheer him. People are going to be happy for him. And he's going to feel that euphoria. I'm a champ again, or at least I'm in that space again. He may decide, well, maybe I'll take one more, or he'll be in that space, I believe. But I don't think right now that I hope that's not what he's thinking. I hope he don't bring that into the ring as well. This will be my last fight. I hope we don't hear, that later on, especially if he loses. So that's how I see that. I think that, I
only mentioned that because he was saying something like he feel like he's on vacation right now, or he wants to go on vacation right now, or something to that effect. He mentioned vacation. I'm like, why the hell are you talking about some damn vacation? But that's the only reason that I brought that up, just to
I understand it.
Where that mental is, where that mental is. You know what I'm saying? So
that's the most important thing for fighters. I don't care what level you're on, is where you at mentally, because the fight's usually upstairs first anyway. Now, are you conditioned properly for this particular fight and this particular fighter? And, that's where the question marks are, because of him coming there so late and not making weight. So that's a legitimate question. Those are legitimate questions.
I'm going to stop you right at OG. He did not make weight. He chose 160 because he said if he's going to stay, that's the weight class. He said, why fight at 158? Why not just fight at 160?
But if they had agreed to 158, he didn't make weight. They agreed to 158.
They changed it because he said I would rather be at 160 because if we're gonna fight, because Tim wants to move up to 160 and he wants to move up to 160.
Then
So that's why.
my understanding is wrong. My understanding was they originally agreed to 158 by contract. He got over there and then made a call and say, "Can we go up to 160?" And they agreed to that.
Yeah, he said, "And
because that's what happened. That's what happened."
Right. So
he told him. He like it's not like he did it on the last day. He told him the week before. He's like, and they was always thinking about going to 60 the whole time. I know a couple people in that camp with Ronnie, so it's like,
I
I
understand
know
what you're saying. But then how did you get there from 158 to 160 when you wanted to do 160 in the first place? Why wasn't that agreed to in the first place? That wouldn't even have been an issue.
Tim was. I ain't gonna talk too much, but somebody wanted to still try to fight at 54.
Okay.
And they met at the middle, and then when they figured out, he's like, might as well fight at 60 because some other things that if Earl does keep fighting, because there's no for sure if he's gonna keep fighting, he wants to fight at 60 against guys up there. So 60 made way more sense. And Tim wanted to move to 60. Y'all not gonna know that, but Tim wanted to go to 60 even before the Earl fight. So
I get all of that. I still come right back to if both of y'all wanted to 160 all along, that's what the agreement should have been made at all along. There should have never been anything ambiguous about 158. Oh, now I gotta go to 160. It should have been at 160. So somebody
should have been either way.
Somebody was messing
up. No, I think it was a catch weight because Earl had to see where his body was comfortable at though. 54 or 60.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me. At first, I thought the fight was at 154. I didn't know it was at 158, but 158 to 160, that's 2 pounds. 160-pound middleweight division, much more wide open. So that's probably a good move by Errol and Tszyu because right now 54 is run by Boots Ennis. So ain't nobody going to see Boots outside of Honduras, in my opinion. So that's a good move by both fighters to go to a division where you'll have a chance to win another belt. You got Lara up there. You got is Ottoman still up there? He might be moving up. I know Janet Back moved up, so it's wide open. You got Bentley. That guy's food, boy. Whoever get him, boy, they ought to be running to him. Bentley, yeah, he got gifted a belt. So 160 is wide open, and whoever wins this fight gonna be in good shape to take over 160. I think Zayas is going up there as well. So 160 is wide open. So that's a good move, smart move by both fighters. And the winner of this fight, when they go to 160, will be the biggest name at the middleweight division.
And see, that makes all the more sense. That division is open. Both of them should have just made the darn fight from the very beginning at 160 with the idea we going up to 160 and we're going to get in that division after this fight instead of all this other stuff. Sometimes you just make details too complicated.
I'm going to tell you another reason why he did it. Want me to tell you another reason why he did it? Because he petty. Because he felt like it.
Well, he does things like that because he feels like it, and we see how disastrous they can be.
For 2 pounds, OG, I ain't seen the 40 pounds now. 2 pounds, I don't know about that.
Well, see, it's not so much that it's just 2 pounds. It's when you make a plan, that plan should be solid. That was just crazy. It was not crazy. It was just didn't make any sense. Just make the darn fight at 160 from the very beginning. Stop, playing with 2 and 3 pounds.
Mental warfare, OG. Mental warfare, OG.
Huh?
Mental warfare. Mental warfare.
Maybe. Let's see how it works. Like I said, I'm looking for Spence to win actually, but what I said is basically how I see the fight right now. And I mean, when they go into the ring, who knows how it's really going to go down? We can speculate based on past histories, but I think the first 3 rounds will tell the story, or I say tell the tape. Same thing. Excuse me. Anybody going to the fight? Anybody going?
Anybody going to? Come on, OG. Now you know dang well.
I know ain't nobody flying into Australia.
Cam, what's up?
Somebody playing a video on the back. I can hear it.
That was me. I'm still trying to upload my Canelo video. My bad. Go ahead,
What's
Cam.
going on, 2 Cent? What's poppin', sis?
What's
What's
up?
poppin', sis?
What's good?
Ah,
Ain't shit, man.
not
What's
much.
up?
Just chilling, man. Just out here enjoying this good boxing talk out here. Looking at these crazy folks. The Shakur fans is devastated. They hurt. Oh man,
that
it's
reminds
been
me. That
beautiful.
reminds me. Hold on, brother. That reminds me. Rich, you wanted to talk to me about my comments about Shakur being on an island all by himself. Is that what I'm getting from you?
Yeah, I just don't feel like he on the island. I feel like because if we look at it, Turkey got his hands in everything. 13% of the zone, he owned the ring, then he got 60% of Zuffa. Well, if everybody's working with the zone, I don't see how it would be so hard to make fights if money talk.
Yeah, the
Because they ain't got that
problem is
money
Dana
over
White
there.
though. Dana White is really Dana White and what they trying to do as far as eliminating the sanctioned bodies. That's the main problem right there. They
Right, and I understand that's why everybody got their issue with
One at a time. One
that's
at a
why-
time. One at a time, y'all.
and I understand that's why everybody got their issue with Zuffa because of the way they doing things and all that. And I ain't just sitting here about to pop like I agree with everything that they doing or got going on. I'm just saying I'm more or less in it for the fights. I can give a fuck what they making and who's signed what, none of that. I just be wanting the fights. So my thing is, we seeing Zuffa now putting together a big fight between Conor and Benn on Paramount, and then in the UK is going to be on DAZN. Why they can't come together with another company for Shakur?
I mean, you got to ask the question of why Ja Obertai is over there suing all of the sanctioning bodies and all the promoters right now.
He's suing the IBF because they stripped him for his belt prematurely.
Well, actually, no. And he named, I'm about to say he named Matchroom specifically in that lawsuit as well. And he named pretty much all of them, basically saying that it's a coup going on to keep basically fighters from going over to Zuffa. It's a stretch. Yeah, it's a conspiracy. Yes, a
That's what Ja
conspiracy.
Obertai said.
And see, that be the shit right there. I don't be trying to get caught up in all that because I ain't no lawyer be knowing all of what's what, and I don't want to misspeak and say the wrong shit. And somebody, I don't want to say the wrong business.
No, and it's okay. It's okay, Rich. But the problem is this, right? And you're fine. But I'm gonna tell you this, right? When you have to sometimes get in the business of it because the business of it is what either gives us these fights or don't. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
facts.
And
So
the
that's
business
why
right
you have
now
to
is
somewhat
Zuffa's trying to
worry
go
about
against
it.
the grain. They're still
I mean,
trying to go against the grain
because
with
you
this
said
move.
earlier he making it hard. Now I'm not trying to bring up Buddy or make it about him or nothing. But remember, Buddy was like, I'm not. Even though PBC working with DAZN, I'm not working with DAZN. So wouldn't that be him making the fight hard, making it harder? If he's not working with DAZN, he's the main attraction of the show. He the one everybody want to see. So if he not gonna work directly with him, then
Y'all stop
wouldn't that
talking
be
while he's
making the fight?
talking. It's rude as
Wouldn't
hell.
that be
Go ahead,
making the
Rich.
fights harder?
Not
Queen?
necessarily because Tank is still working with Prime and PBC, right? And let's not forget Gervonta is the big commercial draw. So
Right, the
that's
biggest.
he can do whatever. So when you're comparing him and Shakur, it's not really the same thing because what does Shakur have as an attraction to get people to go over there to Zuffa to hop the gate to go play in his yard? What does he bring? What does he possess?
But he has sold out. Queen, he sold out Atlanta. He sold out New York. Like the man do got draw play sell out at home.
What,
Like
Atlanta?
he sold out in Atlanta with Harry. You can look the purse up. It's public. You
that
can
was
look them
sold
up.
out. Okay.
Yeah, him and Harry sold out in Atlanta.
Okay. I know Tank and Barrio sold out. I didn't know if Shakur. I know they did. I know they did a good
Yeah,
crowd.
they didn't. Listen. Him and Tank's the audience was way bigger for a Tank fight, of course, but Shakur fight was only like 10,000. It wasn't no big 20,000, 30,000 fight or nothing like that. It was only like 10,000 people there.
What was the gate number? How much did he sell?
I don't know. I know it sold out. It was only like 10,000 seats.
Yeah, it was State Farms Arena, whatever the capacity is.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to be no big old pay-per-view or nothing like that. I'm not saying that. I'm not here to do that.
No, this is my thing right here, Rich. Let me say this
one at a time. Go ahead,
this is my thing, Rich. He's over there in Zuffa calling out Tank, Dane, Devin, motherfucking Lamont Roach, Gary Anton Russell. Well, a lot of the guys is over there on that side. You can't sit there and be talking about you want the biggest and best fights and you go over to a side where the fights aren't at. You know what I mean? That's him. That's on him. And this ain't the first time. This ain't just not the first time he's done this shit a couple of times. Every time he gets
when he left Top Rank and went to Matchroom.
So every time
that's one.
Hold on. Let me ask y'all this: who the last person to PBC to sign? Who the last big fighter PBC signed?
I'm talking, bro. Every time he get in free agency, he gets further and further away from the big fucking fights, and that's what we're fucking seeing from this guy.
I don't see that. That's what you see. I don't see that.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, hold on. Let him talk, Cam. So, Rich, how do you see it, baby? How do you see the situation?
Because when he left Top Rank and went over to Matchroom, my thing is everybody wanted him to sign a PBC. My only question is who the last person to PBC to sign any big fighter?
Well, how many of them
See,
want
I'm saying we'll be all day waiting.
Question.
That's always been my question. And then my other thing is
Let him finish.
Can I answer that?
No, let him finish. Let him. Hold on, Cam. Let him finish. Go ahead, Rich. Okay, let him finish.
Who, me? You was talking about me, Queen?
Yes.
No, and so my other thing is we seeing other promotion like Matchroom and Golden Boy work together. PBC, Golden Boy, PBC, Matchroom. Why does it matter where you sign at to make a big fight?
So, okay, you finish?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish, Queen.
Okay, so for me, right, it matters when you know that Zuffa is a new promotional company. You know they came in making all this ruckus, how they don't want to work with people. We saw what happened to Richardson Hitchens. We saw what's going on with Jai Opataya. So it's just to me about making the fights harder to make. Nobody's saying that you can't, if you want to jump through hoops and run through a tunnel and all of this to get a fight with Shakur, then I'm sure you can, because as you said, the DAZN is now partnering with Paramount to make the Conor and Ryan fight. The problem with that is Conor has a country behind him and Ryan is a commercial star. These are reasons that people will make those kind of concessions. When we're talking about somebody like Shakur Stevenson, as sharp as he is, as skilled as he is, as much as y'all love him, he is not commercially popular, which means people will be less inclined to do all of that for him. So when you have the opportunity to go to the DAZN, because he said out of his own mouth that they offered him similar money, why not take the path where all the fighters that you called out reside?
He said they came after Queen. And then secondly, Queen, you mean to tell me you don't think Zuffa can go to PBC and say, hey, look, we trying to get Gary his biggest bag, $3 million. We can go to Golden Boy. You see what I'm saying? To make this fight.
See, that's the thing though, Rich. I think you're missing my question. My question is why? Why should they have to do that when you have the opportunity to sign with the very people that you want to fight? This is what I mean when I say making it more difficult. Not impossible, but definitely more difficult. Why should I have to do cross-promotional fights with you when you have the opportunity to fight me in-house?
Well, he said the DAZN came after the Zuffa bag.
He said they offered him too. He's okay, but if you're gonna call out nothing but DAZN fighters, he said out his own mouth he doesn't want to fight El Rayo. There's really nobody over there. I read off the fighters they have over there last week. There's like 6 of them at 135 pounds. Wouldn't the obvious thing for you to do if they offered similar money to go where you can get the big fights that you requesting, that you claim that you want?
And that's my thing. I'm thinking Zuffa might have told him, look, we can make these fights. We not just gonna sign you in the blind, not knowing what we got for you. Look, we can make these big fights. That's why I think he's coming out saying like, hey, I can make these fights. I want to fight this dude. I'm gonna fight this dude. I'm sure somewhere along the line they gave him something in paper like, look, we can get you these fights.
But they can't guarantee that. They can't guarantee that.
I mean, nothing's guaranteed because it's all up to the fighter. It's up to the fighter at the end of the day. Nothing's guaranteed. But I'm saying, I'm sure they told him somewhere like, look, it ain't ironclad, but look, man, we can make these, we can cross promote and make these fights if need be.
But okay, prime example of what happened in this first fight. What did he say on Helwani? Oh, they said they want Devin. What is Devin doing? He's about to
That's
fight
Devin's
Keyshawn.
fault. That's on Devin. Because
Listen, Devin is
remember
where
that
the
was.
fights are. Devin is
But
where
hold
the
on,
fighters are.
but hold on, Queen. But hold on, Queen. Remember, for a whole 2 months, everybody was dragging him, saying he's scared of Devin. Sign the contract. The man specifically said, "I signed Devin. I came to Zuffa. You signed." Devin went quiet and signed to the ring, the zone.
And that's the thing,
fact.
though. He said he signed, and then he told Errol Spence no, he didn't sign. So in Devin's mind, Devin like, nigga, you didn't sign to fight me. Okay, but you didn't sign to fight me. Okay, but why didn't you sign to fight me? You got the
But that's what Bill. But see, that's what Bill and Devin was saying. The people behind us, the people that we talking to, want to fight, and he was talking about Turkey. I guess them. They wanted to fight, so that's where Shakur signed to. Now he's still wrong.
Basically, man, Shakur
pretty much. Bill played
one at a time. Wait, guys.
Bill literally told him sign for the fight. Sign. He signed. They went somewhere else, and Shakur still the nigga that's wrong. I don't like
because he's at the place where the fight isn't at. Prime example, Ja Opatai. Prime example. Look, we already know what he's doing. He's suing the whole sanctioning bodies, all the promoters and everything right now, all because he can't become undisputed. He signed over to a place where he wanted to become undisputed, and Zuffa wanted that man to become the first Zuffa world champion, in which that's what we saw from him. He ended up being the first Zuffa world champion for us, a cruiserweight division over there, and he's not nowhere closer towards David Benavidez. No big
J-Man,
fights on the other side. For traditional boxing, bro. Like Shakur said, he had a similar deal from the zone. That was a similar what he got from Zuffa. He all he had to do was stay over there and fuck with the zone. He could have been his own boss and everything. He could have had Shakur Stevenson promotions, doing his own damn thing and branding and everything. But no, he wanted to go ahead and be a worker over there at Zuffa on Zuffa Island. That's his choice. He
so you think so? My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. So you think signing to the zone guarantees you the fights?
It's a way better
opportunity of getting them.
You're over there with more opportunity,
better chance of getting them over there than fuck, because all the promotional companies is on the zone. Everybody's over there making fights right now.
Yeah, well, I say give it some time. I think we just prematurely going at them. I say give them some time, because as of right now, the next biggest fight that's happening is under the zone. I mean, it's under Zuffa with Ryan and
Ben. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. So, Rich, you're saying give it some time, meaning what? Like to see if the promotional companies will start to, I guess, intertwine with Paramount. The biggest issue is going to be this, right? Why would they do cross promotional when they can keep all their own money in house? And that's ultimately what Paramount wants to. You think they really want to partner with DAZN? No, but they got no choice. You want to know why? Because the fighters that they really want are still under contract or still have some sort of contractual obligations to DAZN, as well as their actual promotional companies. Do you think they really want to share Ryan Garcia? That'll be the biggest star fighting on any of their cards.
No, that's facts, but Queen, but going through boxing history, we done seen this type of stuff happen where two big companies came together and made a fight. We done seen it happen before.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's something that's out the blue that's happening because it's Paramount in the zone now. Like we done seen it happen with HBO fighters, Showtime fighters, all of that. It's been happening.
And that's very true. It has been happening, but it hasn't been happening with somebody who has come out and said they don't want to do business with you, basically trying to alter the Ali Act so they can box everybody else out. When you have people coming in doing hostile shit like that, you ain't gonna want to work with them. And even if you do, you're gonna keep them at arm's length. You're gonna work with them at a minimum as least as possible.
But we see that was bullshit anyway, though, because he's signing champions now, and he's signing certain champions now, and they keeping their belts. So, like Shakur said, he get to keep his belt and defend it. Like they ain't tell him he had to lose his belt.
they're telling him that right now, but I'm gonna tell you what, Shakur is gonna be fighting at 130 pounds, 35 pounds, because Zuffa doesn't have a 140-pound limit. You think that they're gonna just let this little nigga forever hold on to them belts without moving that goddamn weight class? No, they're not.
Ain't nobody above getting stripped, Queen. If he not campaigning in the division or defending it, strip his ass. I'm not one of them. Strip that nigga and let the division move on. Yeah. If he going to 35, he need to let the 40 belt go. If he gonna stay at 40, keep your belt and defend it.
Because they have either a 35 or a 47. They don't even have a 40-pound division.
But
so for
nah,
one,
but
I don't even know why he wants
Queen,
to keep those belts.
But Queen, he said he want to fight Gary Russell. That'll be at 40 for a unification.
Yeah, but Gary, I don't think that's gonna be next.
He said that, but did you not see? You wasn't here last week when I played you. Gary Russell came out right after Shakur's interview and said they reached out to Shakur's team and was declined a fight. The nigga
I seen that Shakur and I seen what Shakur said. I never heard nothing about that. That's why I don't be getting off into that stuff, because I don't be knowing what's what and who's who. Them niggas be all just tweeting and talking.
Let me know when I can go, Jeff.
Yeah, let me finish.
Hey, I can believe what I want. I don't believe that shit them niggas be tweeting. All of them just be talking on them tweets. I don't believe that shit. Shakur, none of them.
Well, Shakur, he gonna fight before the end of the year. Let's see what his next fight be. If he
Yeah,
fight Mario,
when that nigga tweet, I don't hear that shit. That tweet don't mean nothing to me.
One at a time. If y'all finish, pass the mic to 2 Cent. Are y'all done?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, 2 Cent. Go ahead, 2 Cent.
What up, Jab Queen? What's going on? And I can't see who all on the panel. What's up, everybody on the panel?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me move Shakur. Let me move
y'all
Shakur.
Make sure y'all punch that like and subscribe button. And
Yes.
Evening talk show and boxing, man. Y'all support the channel. Hit the cash app, hit the super chat, punch that like button. But listen,
do something with yourselves.
I came up here to say something about EJ, but then y'all got into this conversation. So let me say this, right? I don't understand why. It's funny how you could start a rumor about a fighter and people will crucify the fighter just off a rumor. And then it's funny how you can present facts about another fighter and then it's like, well, I don't know. I don't want to get into all that because I don't know for sure. Listen, I don't know why people got this belief that Zuffa is trying to work with the other sanctioning bodies, y'all. They are not. Jaya Pataya was a pawn for them to fuck with the sanctioning bodies, get in all their business, stop them from being able to do belts and all of that other shit. For the Ryan Garcia Conor Ben fight to happen, it took a cease and desist from the DAZN. It took a cease and desist from Golden Boy. It took 2 lawyers. It took court. It took all of that for that fight to take place. And then after all of that, Dana White presented it as the middleweight championship. He didn't even respect the WBC by putting their name and shit on the flyer because it's their belt on the line.
Hold on, not to cut you off. HBO been doing that since back in the day, though. HBO never recognized the belt name. But that's crazy, though. Like,
it's not crazy.
HBO been doing that. All right.
Listen. They've literally said that the plan is to be their own everything, their own sanctioning body, their everything. They said it's like beating up babies. Like all of this shit they've said, and it's like no matter what they say, y'all keep ignoring their actions and what they're saying. They do not want to work with, they have network deals. They can't just keep cross-promoting whenever the fuck they want to. A fight has to be of a certain caliber. A fight has to be of a certain level. And it doesn't matter if fans don't care about all that and they just want to see the fights and they don't care. It don't matter that you don't care. That don't mean that that's not the process and that that's not how this works. I don't understand why people can't just digest the fact that Shakur Stevenson ran over to Zuffa. He ran over there.
Because that's your opinion.
He does want to fight. No, and that's what I'm telling y'all. Everything I just stated to you were facts. I don't understand. Y'all don't understand between facts and opinions. Everything I just stated to you was a fact. This is not an emotional argument. I'm telling you facts.
So Conor ran to Zuffa to get away from the smoke.
Listen. We're talking about Shakur right now. Let's keep the topic on Shakur.
He the only one ran to Zuffa.
You don't get to go to a different. You went to Paramount Plus, but yet you want to fight people on the DAZN. when the zone offered you a deal also. It's not like you went there and we like, how we know the zone was going to want him? How you know the zone wanted to sign him? We now know that the zone wanted to sign him. And he chose to go to Zuffa, a brand new outfit where it's so ambiguous and nobody really even knows what the fuck is going on. Not even the fighters, because they're lying to them. Or the fighters are lying to us and they do know what's going on. But just pay attention to what's happening. Do you think Gary Antoine Russell got lawyers to file all type of shit so that he could fight Shakur Stevenson if he wants to? You think he got the connections to be able to do all of that shit? No, he doesn't. So this is not just one of those things where Shakur Stevenson gonna get to stand around and get to pick who he want to fight. When everybody kept telling me Dana White gonna make the best fight the best. But he gonna make the best fight the best, everybody except Shakur? Shakur gonna get to go and pick who he want to fight? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you go somewhere to make cross-promotional fights? It just doesn't make any sense. Could he make the fights? Maybe, but I doubt it. And that's all everybody is saying, is y'all keep believing what Shakur's saying, and all he do is lie, tell lie after lie after lie. I watched him tell a lie in the interview, and 12 seconds later, recant the lie he just told. It doesn't make any sense. The dude is not credible, bro. He went to Zuffa to go fight whoever the fuck Zuffa finna tell him to fight. If Dana White make the best fight the best, now all of a sudden Shakur can pick who he want to fight. No, everybody contradicting the hell out of
Hey Queen, I got a call. I got a call coming. I don't mean to cut you. I got a call coming in. Can I jump off and jump back in?
Yeah, go ahead. Of course. Go ahead.
So that's just all I want to say about that. It's like people are ignoring the facts and try to act like people saying stuff that with emotional arguments. Like, no, guys, these are the facts.
Right, man.
Yeah, no, we've been going over this, and you know, a lot of them, I don't know why they're feeling like all of a sudden, like you said, it's going to be just rainbows and cookies and Skittles coming out the sky when it comes to these fights. Dana White has been explicit in saying he does not want to do cross-promotional fights. He didn't start on Paramount. Paramount did not sign with him for him to just do cross-promotional fights with everybody else. His whole point of starting his own little universe, going to the Senate to even try to get the Ali Act reversed, whatever, was so that he can do his own thing on an island by himself. So, I mean, we got to just keep that in mind.
And they talk so bad about the sanctioning bodies at that hearing. Did y'all not hear that?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't hear that? And this is a political game we are playing. And I don't know if people don't really understand politics. When you play in politics, people will say things, they will double speak, they will say things to make you come to certain conclusions in your mind, and that's not even what they mean. That's what's happening here. But for some reason, people just, it doesn't matter what they do. As long as they say it, people just fall for it. And I don't get it. Like, they're literally been disrespecting the sanctioning body since the jump. And y'all think that they just finna be, and then they've already said if the Zuffa follows the rules, then they could do this and that with our belt. So how you not following the rules and trying to sue me for not letting you fight for my belt?
That is a great question, Susan. And that's actually one of the questions that I asked the WBO president when I emailed him. Now, I am extremely nosy, and I was very tired of this whole back and forth. So I emailed him myself, and I asked him several questions. One of those regarding Shakur Stevenson. I asked him some questions about Abdullah Mason, obviously the Devin Haney and, Keyshawn Davis situation. And you're right. That's exactly what he said. Where's the bottom of this damn email? Because this one was about Shakur. Is this one about Shakur? Yeah. So I asked him if Shakur, the mandatory situation and what he was going to be able to do with that belt while his ass was over there. And this was his response. With respect to Mr. Stevenson, who is the champion of junior welterweights, kindly be advised, as of today, the WBO has not received either formal or informal notice regarding his next scheduled fight. So I don't know what he's talking about to fight in October, whatever. Consequently, any discussion concerning his further plans will be premature, obviously, as with every WBO champion, provided that he remains in full compliance with the WBO regulations of the World Championship contest and any applicable ruling issued by the championship committee. Okay. And now he did go on to say what you just said, basically, that Dana White, because I asked about the Zuffa thing, and he asked, basically, as long as they comply, they're open to it. But no, they cannot bid on this fight because they are not legal to bid on this Devin Haney and Keyshawn situation. So I'm not sure what it is that Shakur is going to do. He's going back to 135 pounds. There is no 140 pounds. So unless he pulls a rabbit out of his hat and fights somebody at 140, he'll be getting stripped as well.
And this is what people don't realize too, Jab Queen, the fact that this is a political game, they could never be following the rules.
Nope.
They could never be following the rules because the sanctioning bodies, basically, if you read the sanctioning bodies rules, at the last rule say, yeah, we could do whatever the fuck we want and make up whatever rule we want whenever we want. So they can continuously make up shit for them to never be following the rules because that's the type of political game we're playing. And it's a hostile takeover that Nick Khan is trying to do. And the fact that the people just don't understand regular boxing business is the reason why we got to keep having this argument. It's to the point where it's like, I mean, if you just don't know, you don't know at this point. Because
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, because they don't care for the truth. They don't want the truth. They just want to have emotional arguments. They don't care about the truth.
I was about to say that I agree with you, and I think most people are not really seeing that this is a power struggle that's taking place. Most promoters want to be in control, which is why they don't get along with each other too well in the first place. And now that all this is taking place, it's a bigger power struggle. Somebody is going to come out on top, but the fighters have to go wherever that lands. What Shakur did, maybe they'll work for him. What Devin did, maybe they'll work for him. But until this all gets settled, until we all know who's who and how it's going to actually how it's going to go, the power struggle and the politics will remain, and there's still much to be done. The arguments is because I don't think everybody understands what you're trying to say to them, 2 Cent, and I don't think they see the whole picture. This is a big picture going on here with a whole bunch of players trying to grab as much control and power as they can. And until we see who gets what, we're going to still have this kind of argument, or I shouldn't say argument, or debate with a lot of other people who don't quite understand. Because I have not seen a cross promotion get done that didn't have a struggle in the first place. So to just say a cross promotion can take place easily, it doesn't happen that way. You remember what happened when Tyson, when Pacquiao and Mayweather had to fight, that was a cross promotion. When Tyson and Lewis had to have a fight, there was a whole bunch of moving parts and there was a whole bunch of fighting going on behind the scenes for control. And basically, who's going to get the lion's share of the money? Because see, there's more money to be gotten after the fight is over. Who's going to get most of that? So they're fighting about a lot of different things, and I think most people don't understand it. Now that we talk about the business of boxing, more people are learning how complicated most times these fighters have become now. That's our land there.
Yeah,
I think it's important because that's how it's. Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, I wanted to say something on Shakur, and I said it earlier too on my show. I'm like, y'all gotta think about it. If they're paying Shakur a lot of money to be over there, they're going to want him to fight over there on Paramount Plus. Yep. They're going to want him to fight on that network eventually, man. Because you got to think of it with that all of that money that's being spent over there on Shakur. They're going to want that man to be fighting on Paramount Plus because they gotta make money for Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus ain't giving them boys $100 million for nothing. They're not giving them $100 million for nothing. And they gotta make big fights. And right now they're having a problem with that. That whole Devin and Shakur fight that threw a whole monkey in the ramp right there. As far as Devin going over there, staying with traditional boxing, signing with DAZN, and now Shakur, he's forced to definitely fight Rayo now at this point. They've been promoting Rayo Valenzuela already. They've been promoting it. As having a whole promo video for it right before Shakur signed on and everything. Somebody got some background.
That's me. I'm sorry. I was uploading a Shakur video. But just while we got a quick break, shout out to JB Smooth in the super chat. We also have to ask ourselves, why would DAZN willingly continue to break bread with Paramount when they can keep all the money to themselves? That's the question that I asked.
Yeah, you know what I think? I think Zuffa basically used Shakur for attention and bait. You know, they wanted to sign a big name to say, "Oh, look at us, Zuffa. Yeah, we signed one of the top 10 pound for pound fighter, guy that has won titles in multi weight division. You know, and you sign with us. He signed with us. We can get you a big fight over here with Shakur." So they use him for bait. So they thinking that other fighters say, "Okay, I want to fight Shakur. My contract is up with this particular promotional company. I'm going to sign with Zuffa to fight Shakur and get a big fight in with Shakur." So they're using him as the bait. Hopefully, that'll work, but it might not.
They did the same thing to Jao Pataya.
How are they using them as bait? They didn't release no numbers or nothing. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Everything is so ambiguous with these people.
Yep.
It's all manipulation. It's textbook manipulation. Like, this shit is so easy to see. It's like, are y'all serious right now? It's like, you feel what I'm saying? It's like an elephant in the ring, and I'm like, y'all don't see this elephant standing right here? Y'all don't see this elephant?
Right. Yeah, they say Shakur making about 10 million, a minimum of 10 million, up to 15 million.
Where are we getting these numbers from? Because I haven't seen any numbers. Where are we seeing these
Chris
numbers?
Chris Mannix
said that he was talking earlier on his channel, and he threw out that number, and then, you know, obviously, people going to run with him saying that.
But even if they are giving Shakur 10 million, they're not going to give your ass 10 million. They're not going to give you 10 million. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, you take Shakur Stevenson, one of the top pound for pound fighters, one of the second best fighter in the universe, and then you put him in a uniform, and that's supposed to be attractive to people.
He not wearing that uniform, Tucson. You heard him. He ain't wearing
it. He don't have to wear the trunks.
So then that would further prove my point that they manipulating people then. Because why are you parading him around in the uniform if he's not going to be wearing it?
Yeah,
not only even that, that's gonna cause issues amongst the other fighters that they sign, because they're not signing all of y'all for y'all to be individuals. I hope y'all know that. They're signing y'all to build up the Zuffa brand, which is why they have custom shorts and boxing gloves and all that other crap. They don't want no stars over there. Zuffa is the star. This is the same play that they ran with the UFC. Same play.
I thought Dana was building from the ground up. That's what he told us at first. He's building from the ground up and building boxing. No, building boxing from the ground up. That's what he said.
Did they ever say what regardless of what the millions are, how does that read in the contract?
Right.
They won't tell us how much or how many fights, Mr. Greg. They asked him like how many fights on the contract. He can't say none. I'm like, why can't you say how many fights on your contract, bro? Like, why is this a secret? That shit is
everything is a secret, Tucson. Everything is a secret.
It's all in the terms. It sounds good when you say I got a 10 million or 20 million or $100 million contract, but what are those actual terms?
It's crazy how it's like these boxing fans love corrupt white men. Like, they love them. They put all their trust in them. Like, if you want to make it in boxing, be a corrupt white man that's known for doing fuck shit, been sued for hundreds of millions of dollars, and just come on in the boxing and say you here for the boxers and you gonna pay them all this money, and you ain't gonna do the same shit you did in the UFC, and people just come from a whole nother country where you run a dictatorship and your shit gotta be your way, and just be corrupt and don't be black, and the fans don't love you.
But yet they say that Al Heyman, I'm about to say, they'll say Al Heyman is broke, honey. They'll say he's shady, he's doing bad business, and ain't got no proof whatsoever. But because he's black, that is what it is. But speaking of this cross-promotional crap, let's listen to Ryan.
And so, okay, can we clear this up once and for all? Because you're going to be asked about this a million times. What, if any, involvement does Oscar have in this fight?
He's a co-promotion. Golden Boy is a co-promotion with Ryan Garcia Promotions, and we have one more fight with them, so they're going to be part of one more as co-promotion with my promotion. So that's pretty much it.
And that one more fight, that doesn't include this one, right? That's one more after this one?
Yeah, one more after this one, yeah.
Is there any reason why he wasn't on the stage on Saturday at Fanatics Fest?
Oh, I mean, I don't really, I'm not in charge of that, so I don't really know why he wasn't there. I'm not in charge.
Well, one of the big things that a lot of people are looking forward to is, will he be up there with Dana White? They have a long sort of, very friction-like relationship. Will they be up there together?
I have no idea. I mean, if I did, I would tell you, but I have no idea. I just show up wherever I need to be.
one thing that I have said on the show and that I heard was that when you did the Times Square fight, you signed a 2-fight deal with Turkey and the Saudis and and this fight falls under that, and that's why he's probably not going to be as visible for this particular fight. Is that an accurate thing to say?
Yeah, you could say that. I have obviously Oscar's. I don't know if it's called sold my fights to Salah for 2 fights. I don't really know how that works. I just know that I have one more fight with Turkey.
Does he profit off of this one though?
Of course, yeah. Of course he profits off it. Come on now.
So does it bother you when he comes out and says, "Yo, I don't want to see this fight. This fight doesn't."
It makes no sense. You're getting paid off it. I don't understand why you're talking shit about it. It's like, bro, collect your check and move on. Like, what is the point of that? It makes no sense. You're getting paid. What if you're getting paid? Why are you talking shit? It makes no sense, bro. And nobody's even mad at you. I haven't even talked shit about him in a long time. I don't understand where that came from. It's like, why are you putting my fight down, bro? Like, I have no problems with you. I still don't. I don't really care. I just don't understand why that. I really don't get it. I don't know the thinking process in that.
When's the last time you spoke to him?
When is the last time I spoke to Oscar? What was it? Barrios fight? Probably Barrios fight.
That week? Like fight week?
Yeah, that week.
Wow.
That's enough of Ryan. So I noticed a few things interesting in there. First of all, Ryan funny as shit. And he is. So he said that he sold his fight. It sounded like, yo, when I first heard him, I was like, he sold you. But then he said he sold his fight. So this is the last fight that I believe he owes Turkey, and then he owes Golden Boy one more after this.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and then he gonna be gone. He definitely ain't gonna be. He definitely moving on after that contract. Oh no, he out of there. He's not gonna be with Golden Boy.
Oscar is not letting that nigga go a damn place.
He got one fight left. He can't do nothing about it. You got one fight left. That's it. You got one fight left on the contract.
Like he always do. Do you know how many times we've been through this?
I'm about to say have it with his father and son. But hold on. Because if he I'm about to say if he wins a belt, but he already got his belt. I'm about to say because don't that extend their contract? But he'll find something. He'll find something.
Yeah.
He'll find something.
I think he out of there after that next fight.
If Ryan didn't leave them after that press conference by himself, then he ain't finna leave Oscar, bro.
Yeah, he still had fights left though. He got one fight left. Have you said he gonna sign an extension with Golden Boy after all that animosity and all that turmoil they've been going on with him?
This is their re-signed after the JB. This is their relationship. This is their relationship.
After the tank.
This is their relationship.
Yeah, but this might be the last straw.
This is literally what they do.
That might be the last straw.
With Ryan on the Golden Boy 360.
Ryan big enough where he don't
Nigerian
really
Nightmare. What's up, baby?
He's big enough where he can find his own deal straight with the zone or go to Zuffa if he wants to.
Oscar knows that, but he's Oscar's best fight. He's Oscar's cash cow. Oscar ain't letting that go without a fight.
Yeah. Well, put him on the shelf then. Don't let him have that last fight. Cause once he had that last fight, he's free and clear to go wherever he want to go.
Oscar gonna get that nigga beat, bro. He gonna get beat.
That's what I think he's gonna do. He's gonna put him in there with maybe a Haney or somebody to try to get him beat. So if he do leave, he ain't really worth as much as he would if he won.
Devin not gonna win.
So stop saying Oscar. Ryan Garcia, stop it, bro. Stop.
I ain't saying Devin. I'm just saying somebody top level that they might it might be Devin. I don't know.
So wait a minute. So Ryan's last 2 fights were sold to Turkey, correct?
Nigerian Nightmare, what's up, baby? Yes, his last 2 fights were sold to Turkey.
So how many other fights does Oscar have with Ryan if he's sold the last 2 fights?
We don't know.
He got one fight left. After this Conor Benn fight, he got one fight left with Golden Boy.
Benn fight, he has one more fight with Golden Boy. Shout out to Rare Breed and Boxing Talk. DAZN and Zuffa will be battling for Ryan to sign. Yes, a network deal. Shout out to you, baby. $5 on the super chat. He said that Golden Boy and DAZN will be battling for Ryan.
I bet you Ryan don't know what's in his contract. He probably got extended somehow because he got that belt.
Yeah, that might be the case. He might not know. He might not know. That might be the case. If that's the case, then he'll still be with Golden Boy. But if he got one fight left after the Conor Benn fight, he gonna take that fight.
What you say, Cam?
What
you say, Cam?
He don't know. He on that Golden Boy 360 deal like Virgil with the rest of the boys. He that boy locked in, twin.
And it's dumb for Ryan. It's dumb for Ryan to leave. If he gonna leave Golden Boy, he going to DAZN. Because if he goes to fucking Zuffa, he's not gonna make the money he can make.
No, he ain't going no damn
I was just
Zuffa.
about to say that.
They only giving you
That's
flat
my
races.
personal opinion too. My opinion
he
is,
ain't doing that.
I think Ryan, if he is got one more, if he does have one more fight with Golden Boy per se.
Who is that eating chips?
I don't know. If he do have one more fight, I believe he gonna end up striking a deal right with the Zone 2 to stay over there with traditional boxing with the belts. Because you heard him in that same interview, he talked about how much he valued the WBC belt, and he
didn't even know that Zuffa had a belt. I thought that was hilarious. I was looking for that clip. Yeah,
I read the room right there. I'm like, oh yeah, that boy, he fuck around and sign him a deal with the Zone and probably get a big deal to stay over there and get the big fights over there. Because I know one thing about that Devin deal, they gonna want that man to fight some guys. He ain't gonna be just fighting no fucking poo putts on that deal. You know what I'm saying?
I heard he signed to fight Ryan though. I heard he signed to fight Ryan again.
Ryan, I'm telling you, Ryan is a name on that deal. Ryan is definitely a name on that deal.
Yeah, I think he got a 3-fight deal with the Zone. What I'm hearing, that's a 3-fight deal. First fight gonna be Keyshawn, and the next 2 fights they hope to be Javante and Ryan Garcia. So we'll see. We'll be able to land those 2.
Tank bigger than that. He gonna fight on Netflix or something if he get a Tank fight.
I ain't heard about the names per se. We know Keyshawn right now, but I know Ryan got to be a name on that deal because
what y'all think about what y'all think about that the being televised, the purse bid? I think that's amazing.
Is it going to make it to the purse bid though? I think they're going to get a deal done before Monday. I don't think it's going to go to purse bid.
We'll get a deal done before then, maybe.
Yeah, I think the Zone going to jump in. The Zone want that fight. I think the Zone excited for that fight. I think they're going to put up the money to get the deal done with Keyshawn and Devin. And they'll avoid the purse bid on Monday.
Dank father, shut the hell up. Because you don't know that. You don't know his star power, hater. Look at Dank father hating.
And I'm much more excited for that Devin and Keyshawn fight than I was for the Devin Shakur fight. Even though I would have liked that fight, I understand the sweet science of boxing, so I would enjoy it from that aspect. But the much more exciting fight is Devin versus Keyshawn. That's a good fight, man.
Speaking of the double talker himself, let us listen to him diddy bop, flip flop, and damn near pussy pop.
Are you going to be a 135 fighter?
Yeah, I might go back down. And honestly, the fight that I'm looking for
now you might
at 135 probably would be a Lamont Roach. Like a Lamont is somebody who interests me because of what he did when he fought Tank, and he looked real good as a fighter that night. He looked sharp, and his shoulder roll was nice. His right hand was nice. He was in the pocket. I felt like that was one of his best performances that I ever seen in my life. So, truthfully, I think Lamont would be one of the guys that I would look forward to fighting.
Do you feel like that's a better like legacy fight for you at 135 as opposed to? And I'm only gonna bring this name up because you know the fans.
Let's do it. Ain't you ask any question? Ain't no limits.
That's what's up. I appreciate you, bro. Oshaki Foster. Obviously, the fans are like, "Yo, what happened with the Oshaki Foster fight?" But just from a legacy standpoint, do you feel like Lamont Roach Jr. would be a better name for you, especially if he looks good against Zepeda?
I try to go through like the history books, like what happened in the past. Like, with all due respect to that dude, right? And it's another thing. Like, people get confused with me talking about his integrity and his character as me saying like he's a bad fighter. He's a good fighter. Like, he's a really good fighter. But in the past, right, what has he done at 135?
Right.
Like, what have he done? He hasn't done nothing at 135 pounds for me to be like, oh shit, you did this. Now let's go by what they both did. He beat Ray. Great job. You beat Ray. Respect you. Ray's my dog. I got love for Ray. That's my nigga. You beat him. You did it in great fashion. Congrats. Lamont beat Tank. He didn't get the decision for it, but he actually, to me, like what we watched that night, like what fighters did what. And for me, I felt like Lamont did more in the past than what he did. And then Lamont jumped up to 140 to fight Pitbull, and he got a draw, but I felt Lamont won that fight. Like I really did feel like he won that fight also. So for me, it's just like what you did, like what you have done. Like, okay, Shaq had the opportunity to move up to 135 and fight for the WBC. He could be the one fighting Zepeda right now. Like, actually, he should be the one fighting Zepeda instead of Lamont. But he chose to say, no, I don't want to move up to 135, and I'll stay at 130 and try to do the big fights at 130. So it's like, if I beat him right now, oh, he's a 30-pounder, and then it don't make no much better that I got in the ring with him, and they seen that I'm bigger than him, so they're like, oh, you just beat a 130-pounder. But if he go put some weight in at 35 and go, like, he could have fought Zepeda. If he would have did that, that would have been like, okay, nigga, you went and beat one of my former opponents, and in whatever fashion I would have been like, shit, let's do it. Let's do it. I don't got no choice but to respect it. But he gonna climb the ladder, and I don't think that the fight is not gonna happen. I think that the fight is gonna happen. He keeps overly talking a certain way about me, but it is what it is. You know, I'm a real one. I keep it a beam at all times, whether the camera is in front of me, the camera is not in front of me. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. But for me, I just think that Lamont Roach in the past has done more, and especially at 135 pounds. He went and beat, to me, arguably the top 2 fighter at 135 and the biggest name in the sport of boxing. So you gotta tip your hat off and say, okay, if I'm choosing the guys that I want to fight, I would rather fight the guy that's I feel.
So who want to go first, bro?
Why? Let me just ask a quick question. Why does Shakur Stevenson always have to tell us he telling the truth?
That's what usually what liars say, Tszyu.
Let me tell you something. We know he lying. We know he.
Yeah, that's usually what liars say. Just like when people come up to you and say, "Man, listen, when especially niggas, I'm a good dude." You ain't got to tell me you're a good dude if you're really a good dude. Now my radar is up. Anytime you got to tell me you're not lying, I'm automatically gonna think you're lying. Because who says that? Except somebody who's constantly lying and insecure about their lies. Let me tell you something. O'Shaquie Foster, when he fought Stephen Fulton, they did bump him up to 135. He did that so he can get a fight with you, Shakur, and you know that. He had no other interest at 135 but your punk ass, and you know that. But now he got to move up to 135 and put some, like, what the hell is this? What is he talking about, bruh? And then you talking about some Lamont beat Tank, and you want to go against Lamont. Tank is always the measuring stick for these niggas, and anybody that he fights, they want to fight them, even though they run around here talking about Tank ain't fighting nobody. This shit is ludicrous.
There you go. There you go.
This is ridiculous.
There you go, twin.
It's ridiculous. No, I'm serious. It's
You've been calm and collective today on the show today. I was ready for you to
like
turn
that,
up
huh?
a little
You like
bit.
that, huh? You like that?
No,
be calm.
I know. I'm fucking
No,
with
y'all.
I was fucking
Let me
with
tell you
it.
something.
I was fucking with it.
No, let me tell you something. Y'all, and it's crazy that you said that too, because the other day when I crashed out, I'm like, look at this. Y'all just like when I crash. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but no. So Shakur Stevenson, who want to get him? Who do anybody? Who want to tell him? Who want to tell him? Who want to tell him? Because now you want to fight Lamont. You had the opportunity to fight Lamont before all of this.
Who Lamont with? Lamont is with what? Lamont is with Pro Box / PBC, right? So how many fights do we have on his contract with Pro Box? That's the question. Because as long as he's over there with Pro Box, that fight's not gonna happen. Now this contract is about to be up after the Zepeda fight, then maybe he goes over there to Zuffa and maybe that fight can happen. But outside of that, I see obstacles in that fight.
Locked in over there with Pro Box PBC.
Yeah, I'm about to say he like for life.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he like
he locked in. He locks in. I'm thinking he's probably looking to unify.
He got no excuse promotions with them too. Like so, they got fights through.
Yeah, they tapped in. They tapped all the way in together. Yeah,
he's headlining the card. What next Saturday against he's fighting Zepeda, and then they got a Muratala on the undercard. Muratala and Conseco. Maybe they might do a situation where the winners meet. Next year. So he's got a lot of options. Especially if he win the belt, got a lot of options over there with the zone.
But my question is to Shakur. Now you want to fight Lamont? Wasn't you supposed to fight Lamont? Who was that? What did he say he wanted to fight Lamont after what? Before the T.O. fight, wasn't it? Or was it before the Zepeda fight? He was saying, remember he was saying if Lamont don't get the Tank rematch, then I'll fight him. Wasn't he saying that?
Yep, he said that. But he went in another direction. That was before the T.O. fight, right?
I think that was before the Zepeda fight too.
Yep. He been talking about fighting Lamont Rose. Lamont Rose been saying he wants to make the fight happen too, but again, it's obstacles. He's over there with Zuffa. It's gonna be kind of hard to make, especially with Lamont being over there with the Pro Box / PBC. So it's gonna be tough. I don't. Shakur gonna probably end up fighting Rayo. He probably need to be rooting for Conor Benn to beat Ryan Garcia. That'll be a fight they probably can make over there, and he probably gonna have to fight his homeboy Richard Hitchison. You know, that's another. He's not a big name, but these people know Richard, and that'll be another fight for the Sweet Science fans. But that's about the biggest fight he can get over there at Zuffa. So that'd be his best course of action. Fight Rayo, pray that Benn upset Garcia, and then you need Richard Hitchison to win a couple of fights to build his name up. And then maybe y'all can make a semi-big fight over there at Zuffa, over there on the East Coast.
So Big Dre, is that one of the questions?
What kind of big fight y'all think he gonna make?
Wait a second, Big Dre. So Big Dre. So basically, you're saying that you talked to Lamont, and Lamont said that he can fight Shakur. All right. Well, we'll see, because Shakur said he wanted to fight him before and never. Yeah, we'll see. And
it's because they boxing brothers and they gonna use each other to cap. They boxing brothers.
The facts, sis.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Thank you, too, sis.
That's crazy because
I don't understand why nobody see what's happening.
Thank you. He's definitely another boxing brother too. He part of the
y'all see?
crew too. You seen him You seen him after the Ray Ford and Shockey fight? They was
I seen him in the back talking about O'Shockey. Yeah,
shit.
talking about O'Shockey, hating on him.
See, that's shit like that. Shit like that.
But wait a minute, because I'm trying to find that damn clip. Did y'all just watch that interview that Richardson Hitchens did with Akin Barak, and he said that Shakur don't want none of them fighting each other?
Shakur, he said Shakur don't want him
fighting Keyshawn, and he don't want none of the brothers fighting. He don't want any of us fighting.
Today. Damn, I'm gonna play it tomorrow though.
Who is Shakur Stevenson? Is he the last king of Scotland? Like what is he just running everything and telling everybody what to do? Like
he's the
stop hating, Toussaint.
He's the friendliest guy.
Stop hating, Toussaint. You know what it is. You know he the boxing brother captain. Stop playing. You know that. You know he's a boxing brother captain. You know? El Capo.
El Capo.
Yeah. El Cappy. Damn shame, boy. Nah, but seriously. Okay, so honestly, y'all, who is Shakur gonna fight? This is what I mean by when I say he's all over there by himself. He's stranded. Obviously, Devin played him for a fool. Mark Messiah, that's the other one that's over there, yeah.
Who is the number one contender for the WBO for Shakur belt? Who's number one, and when is his mandatory gonna get called? Maybe
his mandatory is up. He got a few months for the mandatory. But the thing is, if he
got like
to fight,
but
he's
talking
about fighting in October though. If he decides to fight and he's fighting over there at Zuffa, and that title's going to be gone. He's not going to have that title by October.
Okay, yeah. Delgado, he's number one. Delgado, Lindolfo, Delgado.
Emiliano number one at 140.
That's the fight.
Emiliano, but Emiliano ain't gonna fight no Shakur. They're not about to let Emiliano fight Shakur.
They waiting for the Shakur to get stripped, so Emiliano gonna fight for the vacant. Pretty much. They got him.
Emiliano, he was top rank. Yep. He was top rank. Emiliano, he was top rank.
Top rank.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a big fight down the line. Emiliano and Abdullah. That's gonna be a big fight. Probably a couple of years. That's gonna be a big fight.
Absolutely.
The green print too. The green print.
I don't know if it's just me or Emiliano Vargas seemed a little hyped to me, brother. Like I'm not seeing.
I ain't all that crazy about him either, sis. I ain't all that crazy either.
I'll say this: he's the best out of the hype brothers. He's the best out of the hype. But they all hype, if you ask me.
1,000%, because the brothers is trash. But I know he get with Abdullah. Abdullah will come up to 40 and see him at 40. Abdullah's definitely packing him up.
I can't wait for that fight. I can't wait for that fight.
In Atlanta, from what I see, he's a good fight. He got a high skill level. I don't know if he can, I don't know if he can mess with Abdullah, but he's got a high skill level. He ain't no scrub. I look at him as a B plus fighter, and he got a chance to grow into a, to the top names. I like what I've seen so far. I don't rate him as high as I rate Abdullah, but that would be a good fight. That'd be a good fight.
I feel like they're just moving him slow. Like he's moving slowly for surely. Like they ain't moving him how they move, like Abdullah and and Xander and motherfucking Keyshawn per se. Like they moving him very slow. Like because he still hasn't Bryce Mills wasn't the top 15 guy. You know what I'm saying? He's not even fighting top 15 guys. He's number one he's number one in 140 with the WBO.
So you know what that mean, right?
That's top rank.
You know what that mean?
Yeah, top rank.
That mean, but that also mean, I'm about to say that also means that they know he ain't really ready.
Absolutely.
They know that. Come on now.
Absolutely, twin.
WBO stands for whatever Bob orders. So
can I ask y'all a question?
Shakur to get stripped.
I want to ask a question real quick. So, we see how Top Rank in the WBO is moving with these belts and all of this other stuff, right? And these are things that we've tried to point out in the past because they're like, oh, the belts and this person unified and this and that. And you know how we talked about how all the undisputed champions was at Top Rank and all this other stuff. So it's like now that people are acknowledging what's happening, can we look back in the past and also acknowledge that it was also happening then? For some reason, now all of a sudden the Haney fans can see that Shakur be lying and he be doing this and he be doing that. So can we look back in the past to all those times where he said things that other people said he was lying and I was like, no, he this and he that. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like
he got a track shit. He got a track record. He got twin. We can go back to interviews from the last probably 4 or 5 years and have a mixtape of that shit.
And I think I might
we can have like a 5-hour mixtape of this motherfucking capital interview.
So because now I want to be like, because I'm hearing certain fan bases like, oh, Shakur be lying, he did, and I'm like, okay, so do y'all think Shakur just started lying, or do y'all think he been lying? You know what I'm saying?
That nigga been lying. He stayed lying.
And he got no credibility. He literally has killed it all at this point. But I just wanted to make that point about Top Rank. And even Shakur Stevenson came out himself and said Top Rank match fighters up with certain fighters to win belts, and they won't put them in the ring with other champions because they know the fighters aren't good enough. I got the tweet. He literally came out and said that himself. So
but that speaks to his career because he was over there for the majority of his career.
He was one of them.
Exactly.
He fought for a couple of vacants. In fact, he fought for 3 vacants. My bad, 3.
So what y'all think about Frank Martin and Keyshawn Davis?
I think it can happen now that Frank signed with Top Rank. That's a fight that can happen. Say Keyshawn upsets Devin Haney. That could be a fight that they can make next year.
Yeah, I'm hearing Frank fighting at 40.
He can move. He can fight at 40. He can move up to 147. Him and Keyshawn, they both started at 135. So I don't think it would be that much for them to move up to 147. After maybe having a fight at 140, first fight with Top Rank, Keyshawn upsets Devin Haney. They can make that fight happen.
I think they're gonna be moving Frank to probably. I think one of the first big fights for Frank probably gonna be Muratalla. That's what I'm thinking. But if Muratalla beat Robson Casasio next week, he's gonna be moving to 40, and I think that's gonna be a fight. You know what I'm saying? That they'll probably pair up. You know what I'm saying, on some big shit at 40 probably.
Yeah, Frank is ranked at 140. I got to look at the sanctioning by. He's ranked. I think
he's gonna get fit. He's gonna have some of the younger guys. They're gonna have him fight some of them young guys that they got her at that.
I don't think they're gonna be feeding Frank. I think Frank, you know what I'm saying? He mixed up with the right person. He could.
I think he's gonna hold his own over there. He gonna hold his own.
Yeah.
Depend on who we fight.
Would you consider Frank a journeyman?
He ain't no host.
Would you consider Frank a journeyman? Would you consider Frank a journeyman?
No.
I don't think.
Now, let me say this, right? And let me say this about journeyman. We got to put more respect on these journeyman names because Just because you're a journeyman don't mean you're not a good fighter. You get what I'm saying? Like back in the day, it was a lot of good journeymen. That's why it was still good fights. It wasn't like such a drop off between the levels.
I said,
So
now
you
you're
say Frank is a
right. He
contender?
a prime example. He a prime example, sis.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
you're
he a
all
good
right.
journeyman. He a good journeyman.
He a good one.
Hey, can I jump in here for a second?
I don't know if I would call him. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Big Dre.
Because he ain't really a top contender to it. Like he ain't like top 15
No, I
in the
wasn't gonna
world.
call him a
type
top
guy.
contender, but I was thinking of something else. I was gonna say he ain't trash. Like I wouldn't call him a gatekeeper.
Like he ain't.
Maybe
I don't think he ain't trash at all. Now you can fight. He can fight. He can give a lot of the guys that run. He's gave guys a run for their buddies. So I mean, like he can fight.
That's
I would like to check out the Ring Magazine rankings at 140 pounds. You know, I can see him maybe toward the bottom of that.
I don't respect those. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Big Dre.
Those Ring Magazine rankings is a satire.
Hey, sis, you gotta play Oscar's clap
It's like
back
a measuring
Thursday
stick.
video,
It might
twin.
not be that.
I played it in the beginning of the show. You want to play it again?
Yeah, run that back. Run that back.
Okay.
Okay, well let me get mine out real fast.
Okay.
The Lamont is signed, his promotional company is No Excuse Promotions. So that's him and his dad's company is No Excuse Promotion. That is their promotional company, and they actually put on the fights, and they are the promoter of record. Also, his network deal is signed with, and No Excuse Promotions network deal is signed to ProBox TV. So that's where the ProBox come in. He said, because he was asked this earlier today, their network deal is with ProBox, and he can fight. You know, he just has to get permission from ProBox to fight on any of the networks.
And ProBox and PBC are very close, so that's how he's able to get on a lot of PBC cards. Because this fight with Zepeda is basically a PBC Golden Boy type of card.
Yeah, but if you look at the promotion credits,
Big Dre, he's like considered like a PBC guy pretty much with his ties. I mean,
when you look at the promotional credits for his fight for August 1st, it lists ProBox TV as one of the promoters of record and No Excuse Promotions.
Yep,
So,
and TGB Promotions as well.
Yeah, TGB
Yes,
Promotions.
Tom
So,
Brown. Yep.
Hey, family, listen. Thank you for letting me come on. I'm gonna check y'all out the week. I guess the fight is this Saturday. Hopefully, I get a chance to get on some show.
Yes, sir. Mr. Greg is at 8. It started at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
All right,
8
Mr. Greg.
p.m. Eastern time, Saturday night.
Got you. All right, y'all enjoy yourself. Have fun.
All right,
It's gonna be a whole
Greg.
good
Thanks for
day of
coming up.
boxing. All right, whole day of boxing. We got AJ them on earlier. Oh, AJ.
Yeah, I'm about to say I didn't even get to AJ, but go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, and I got a short interview with Lamont. It's real short because I got cut off. They only let us have 2 minutes, so I got like 4 questions, and I should be posting that here in the next couple of hours. But he had his media day workout, and there was a lot of people vying for his attention, so they were kind of cutting it short today. But I did get a few questions in, and I'll be posting them up shortly, and I'll let y'all know.
Post them on YouTube, Big Dre. Make sure you post it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's the plan.
So Big Dre, so basically he's saying that
and then he became a boxing brother. That's nasty work.
I don't think he's. When I asked him about that, when I asked him about that, he said, "No, man, we were just kicking it. You know, we boxers, we were kicking it."
No, he was auditioning.
Oh,
Big Dre, what are you supposed to say,
like that.
Big Dre, you too close. You too close to the situation, man.
He just a
Big Dre too
respectable
close to
guy.
the
He's a
situation.
respectable guy, but he'll get in the ring with.
Yeah, you too. So you can't see your line in your face right there, man. You're lying straight in your face.
That's cold, man. That's definitely cold.
Hey, ain't no wrong here.
Listen, as a boxer, as a competitor, I see other competitors at a fight. I'ma stop by. I'ma kick it with them. You know, that's my thought. I'm not saying that I'm going to say he not auditioning to be part of the Brotherhood because he said that he wasn't doing that. But he also said that he don't pay too much attention to social media and got into a big pissing contest with KO a couple of weeks ago. So, I can only go by what he say. And to the answers to the questions I ask him.
You answered the Abdullah question, Big Dre?
Yes, I did ask him the Abdullah question. And he said, yeah, he's looking to if he wins this fight, he's looking to unify with either one of the champions at 135. And he and I asked him which one would he pick, and he said either one. But yeah, he would like to get in the ring with Abdullah. I also asked him about going over to Zuffa and fighting Shakur. And he said he would be more than happy to go to Zuffa and fight Shakur at 135 because they don't have a 140. So, and then I got cut off because I didn't get a chance to ask him the first question that KO asked me to ask him.
Right.
Because of the time limit. They cut me off. I put that question to the back because I didn't want to get kicked off early.
Right. That's what's up, man. Good shit. Can't wait to see the rest of that, man. See it, man, for sure, bro.
Make sure
you post it on YouTube for sure, so you can build your catalog on YouTube. You know what I mean, for the fights and stuff like that. You know what I mean, you know what we talk about.
It's only about 3 minutes long, so it might not even be 3 minutes because they said they would cut us off.
That's still good. That's still good. But yeah, you better post it on both YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You know what I mean? Post on all three.
So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. I got to get it here. I'm doing it. It's a raw interview. I just got to cut off the front end and a little piece of the back end. Because I had my camera set up on my phone set up on the tripod, push the button, and I got some other stuff in front of it. So,
hey, you going to Vegas for the fight, for the Lamar Roach fight? Are you going down there for the fight?
No, man. I shot my travel budget going to Cleveland for the Scooter Davis and Abdullah Mason.
I hear you.
So I'm on a fixed income. When you're an old man living on Social Security.
I hear you. I understand. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, it's gonna be right now. I think at 135, you got two champions. You got Abdullah, he's the WBO champion, and you got Muratalla, who's the IBF champion. The other belt's gonna be decided in the next couple of weeks. You got Zepeda and Roach. They fighting on August 1st. I'm hearing that Schofield and Lucas Body could be on the undercard of the Serrano fight, which is going to be on TikTok August 21st. So that's kind of crazy. He's going to be on the undercard on TikTok. That's crazy, man.
That's crazy. Yeah. They got the full course of that card out already.
They going to put it on TikTok.
Yeah, on the undercard, because Serrano Hutton, that fight is going to be the main event. It's going to be on TikTok August 21st, and they're trying to get the Schofield Body fight as the co-main event. Now, if they can't come to agreement, it's gonna go to person.
Amanda Serrano on TikTok.
Yeah, she's gonna be on TikTok. That fight gonna be live.
Don't do that, 2 cents, because we see them ticket sales right there for August 15th now.
Wait a minute now. Isn't Amanda Serrano fighting for on the Jake Paul?
Hold on, hey Jack Quinn, do you know if that's the only?
She's gonna be headlining her own card. August 21st, she's fighting some lady.
They're gonna have another network. I thought
it's on all the platforms, ESPN, and you can stream it on TikTok. I'm about to say, I don't know what the chuckle is about. Clarissa might want to get her
somewhere. Clarissa on a network that don't nobody know about.
She on the zone. Yeah, she's gonna be on the zone when she fight that girl Kay Scott.
Yeah,
that's gonna be on the zone.
No, that's gonna be.
It's gonna be a win. That's on Zeus.
It's gonna be on Zeus.
That's on
Zeus.
No, I'm just kidding. The undercard is gonna be on Zeus. The undercard is gonna be on Zeus, but her card is gonna be on the zone.
Yeah, the fight's gonna be on the zone. The rest of the card is gonna be on Zeus. Okay.
I think they got Mercado as the co-main event. He fighting Tago. I think that fight in the Shields and Scott fight, them two fights gonna be on the zone. And the rest of the card gonna be on Zeus.
Yeah.
Oh well. Listen, I gotta run. I'm just getting home, and I gotta get out of the car. But just remember, it's live, it's local, and it's boxing. I'm out.
All right, Big J. Thank you, baby. All right, I found the Richardson Hitchin clip talking about the boxing brothers unite and they love for one another. Let's listen to them.
That was a touching story.
Yeah, for sure. So how's the dynamic of you and Shakur being who you are? You got a lot of history, you got love for him, and he has a close relationship with Keyshawn.
Yeah.
And Keyshawn's throwing shots at you. Like, do you guys ever discuss that? Is he ever a mediator? Like, yo, I need to stop, going back and forth.
I mean, to me, what he tells me is like, obviously he be saying he don't want us fighting, but obviously that's a fight the sport of boxing has to see. I think it's just competition. We both in the sport right now that everybody want to prove their best and everybody's hungry. So, I mean, I don't feel like
that's crazy right there, boy. That means he's definitely gonna fight who gets, and then they both on Zuffa. That's one less fight for Shakur. He don't want him fighting his homeboy, so he sure ain't trying to fight.
Any of Shakur's concern who they fight? Like I don't
Thank you,
understand.
Toussaint. Thank you. Why is that your damn business?
Why he so controlling? This shit weird.
It's like they all
It's
look up to him.
almost
You
like
can tell.
y'all don't, because it's almost like y'all don't fight each other either. Like I'm gonna win the belts for
Yeah.
us. Like it's giving that kind of vibe. Like let me just shine, not shine. Like it's weird.
I said that 1,000 times. He want to be the only one that shines.
Richard Hitchens, I don't know what he's talking about. He said another time because him and Keyshawn, they supposed to fight on that card with Shakur and Tszyu, but Richard Hitchens said the money wasn't right. He said it was good money, but he felt that if they both won and collected belts, that it would be a bigger fight down the line.
Richardson ain't talking about no fucking money being right. Richardson ain't nobody. That's
Yeah,
why his
that
ass at Zuffa.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that was crazy because they should have fought on that undercard of the Tszyu Shakur fight. That's the fight the DAZN wanted, but Richard Hitchens didn't want it. He said let's wait, it'll be bigger down the line. Now he's saying that Shakur said he don't want the fight to happen because they brothers and stuff like that.
So is that the real reason that fight didn't happen? Is because Shakur didn't want it? Look at this nigga controlling how other niggas eat.
No, it didn't happen because Hitchison ain't want it because Shakur don't tell another grown man what to do. Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a whole nother level right there.
Richard Hitchens know Keyshawn is a real one. That's the bottom line. He don't want to get in there with him right now. He know that's gonna be a tough test. Keyshawn Davis, guys that know boxing, know how they ain't looking at it like, oh, he only got 15 fights, he too green. Guys that know boxing, you watch Keyshawn, he'll hard out for anybody. He ain't got nothing to do with no 15 fights.
Come on,
he gonna be tough to deal with anybody. That style and what he brings to the table is boxing IQ and power, and way he set up his punches, combinations, and athleticism. He is the complete package. So that's gonna be a tough fight for Devin Haney. That's gonna be the best opponent Devin Haney has ever fought, including Loma.
Nah, hell no. Stop it, JB.
I'm trying to tell you, Toussaint. I'm trying to tell you. That boy is the truth. People that know boxing,
What fight did you see from Keyshawn Davis and you was like, oh, he the truth? Which fight was that? Was it the Pedraza fight? Was it the Lemos fight? Which one was it?
Jermaine Ortiz. You see the way he went to the body and systematically broke down Jermaine Ortiz and stopped him in the 12th round? Ain't nobody did that to Jermaine Ortiz. Jermaine Ortiz is a guy that got beat, but he ain't got beat like that. Stopped. Stuff like that. A lot of people thought he beat Loma, Jermaine Ortiz. I thought he beat Teofimo Lopez, got robbed. So Jermaine Ortiz was a guy that was a
Jermaine Ortiz
good fighter.
victory made you feel like that Keyshawn was just the one. Like he's
I just look at his skill set. It ain't just that. I look at his skill set. He got a high skill set. It's not just that fight, but other fights I watched him in. Even in the first Albright fight, I actually went to that fight. That fight was down in Corpus Christi. He got a high skill set, very, very high skill. The way he set his punches up, through combination. He's very good in the mid range. He got a good jab. He's an aggressive fighter, but he can be patient when he want to be patient. He's a complete fighter, if you ask me. He gonna be a tough out for anybody. And then he fights Shakur. Shakur, say what you want about Shakur. Shakur is a high level technician. So when they out there sparring, it's like Errol used to say, it's iron sharpening iron. It's almost like he said it's like a cheat code. But when you get in there with somebody else that's not as on the level of Shakur as far as technique, defense, and skill level, he's able to get in there and perform against guys. He like, I've been here with Shakur. You ain't on the Shakur level, so I'm gonna do you bad. I'm gonna do you dirty. That's why
I
he's
mean,
able to come in and
Keyshawn a
do what he
good
do.
fighter. He's a decent fighter. I see holes in Keyshawn, and I see things that Devin gonna be able to take advantage of. And he just ain't really fought nobody to make me just. He got a decent skill set. He does, but I kind of feel like they overhyping him a little bit in my opinion, especially when it comes to this Devin Haney fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, him and Devin. I don't think it's a lot of people. Most people gonna pick Devin to win the fight, but I'm sorry, I ain't gonna make a definite decision. I'm leaning toward Keyshawn winning that fight. I'm gonna look at it a little bit more and see what I like. Devin ain't as talented as to me as a Shakur, even a Keyshawn. But his style, he's got the style down pat. His style of what he do, very very effective, and he's what you call a very alert fighter. He does a good job of taking away his opponent's plan A, plan B, and C. He's able to dismantle what you try to do on
what you think
offensive
about
end. So I do
Keyshawn
give him credit
inside
for that
game?
game.
What you think about his inside game? You say he a complete fighter. What you think about his inside game?
You saw when he went to the body on Jermaine Ortiz. That's how he stopped Jermaine Ortiz. He invested in the body early. He's a very good. Oh yeah, he's good inside fighter. His inside fighter. You see in Albright fight, he fought well on the inside in that fight.
He
He's
looked
got a good
terrible on the
inside
inside
fight.
in that fight.
Did you see the Maduro fight? He went inside with him. He's a good inside fighter. He's a better inside fighter than Devin Haney is. Devin Haney don't have an inside game, actually.
Neither does Keyshawn, really.
I don't know. He went to the body and stuff like that. He went to the body very well.
Going to the body is not going inside, bro. That's not inside fighting. Going to the body.
But did you see the Maduro fight? I asked you again. Did you see the Maduro fight?
Yes, I seen the Maduro fight.
Okay, then.
How long ago was that?
That was about what 2 or 3 years ago.
And it looked like his inside game been getting worse, if you ask me. And he moving up in weight.
Yeah, he moved up to 147. Yeah, Devin Haney is definitely gonna be the bigger guy. But Devin Haney is not a physical fight. It's not like this guy gonna be using this weight like Tyson Fury.
What is he gonna do when Devin clinch him? What are you gonna do tonight? Get
think about it. He breaks out of them clinches. He breaks. He's a little bit. He's a little bit better breaking out in them clinches.
No, he's not, JB.
Yeah, he is. Who's able to tie him up and stifle his offense? Who's done that to Keyshawn? Is able to hold, grab, and tie him up. Nobody's been able to do that.
But that's what I'm saying. He don't got no inside game, so he will be able to get hold, tied, and grabbed up. That's the point I'm making.
You saying he ain't got no inside game? I say he has an inside game, but we can both agree that his inside game is better than Devin Haney's inside game, right?
But no, that's what I'm telling you. Devin Haney, he don't have an inside game, but Devin Haney's gonna be able to clinch and grab him, especially if he's stronger than Keyshawn.
I think Keyshawn gonna be going to the body. So it's gonna be a high level boxing match. So it ain't gonna be a lot of inside fight. This ain't gonna be no toe to toe. You take one to get one type of fight. It's gonna be setting up shots and stuff like that, throwing combinations, establishing a jab, pivoting, and placing your punches. It's gonna be on that level. So it's not gonna be it's not gonna be no inside type of game fight like that anyway. But I think if it does come to an inside game, I do think that Keyshawn Davis is a better inside fighter than Devin Haney.
Keyshawn fight a lot of smaller fighters too. He on that top rank special they got going on. He fight a lot of smaller fighters too. Fight a lot of people he bringing down in weight and all the other kind of games they be playing. So we'll see. But I do think him and Devin is a good fight. I think it could go either way, but I'm gonna lean towards Devin.
Yo, go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say I got Devin in that fight too. But I do want to say something though. Keyshawn, when he fought Jermaine Ortiz, and I don't know what round it was because I forgot, but did y'all see when Jermaine Ortiz switched stances? Keyshawn looked like he didn't know what to do for like 2 seconds. He almost didn't know what to do. I'm not saying that Devin is a switch hitter or nothing like that, but I'm just saying that he lacks the experience. And y'all know I love me some Keyshawn, but he lacks the experience. And I get it, right? He running around here with Shakur. He thinks that he's on that level, but he's really not. Not yet. Not yet.
Keyshawn eat every straight right hand. Like he gets hit a lot by straight rights.
Yeah, everybody get hit as boxing. He does get hit with that right hand. If he get hit with that right hand by Haney, he could be in trouble because Devin Haney does have more power at 147. Now that he's not weight drained like he was at 135 and even at 140.
He ain't got no more power. He ain't got no power.
No, he dropped Brian Norman Jr. You gotta give him credit now. He dropped Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. had never been Brian Norman Jr. had been hurt before, but still that was a guy that was a big, solid welterweight, and he was able to drop him. So his power seems like it's much more improved, and I think that's just because he's fighting more closer to his natural weight. So that's a good fight. Like I said, that's a good fight. But the thing about Keyshawn, when you watch him, and when I watch him, you can say that he lacks experience, but he don't fight like a guy that's that doesn't have any experience or a guy that's green when you watch him. When you watch him, you're like, this guy's a high level fighter. That's what I see. I don't see this guy like, well, he need more experience. He needs 3 or 4 more fights. I don't see that.
It's the guys that you see him in there with. We talking about a different level. Now, as much shit as I talk about Devin, and I'm going to talk my shit, he is a higher level fighter than what Keyshawn is used to fighting.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he beat Cambosos. Who else he beat? He beat Linares. He beat he beat some good fighters. He's beating Brian Norman Jr.
I wouldn't say Cambosos.
He beat what's the guy named Diaz? What's the guy? Beat him. He's beat some good guys, but Keyshawn ain't been in there with no scrubs either. Jermaine Ortiz. He beat Limos. He's beat the Barincek, who had just became champion. Barincek got to beat Navarrete. Didn't he beat Navarrete for the belt? Navarrete was, last time I checked, was on the top 10 pound for pound.
JB, you gotta stop this.
Come on now. Y'all gonna put some respect on the man's name now.
Now you gonna stop this bullshit right here. You gonna stop this utter foolishness up in here. I don't know what the hell going on. That's my bad, y'all. I was looking for my my damn thing, but you gonna stop this nonsense.
He beat Navarrete. Navarrete is not a good fighter. Barincek beat Navarrete. Is Navarrete a good fighter or not? Yes or no?
Sit down, JB. You got to stop, baby. You got to stop.
Come on now. I know the truth.
No, JB. No, you don't know the truth. Come on now, JB. You got to stop now, JB.
Okay, let me ask you something.
JB now, JB. I'm gonna hit you with it. I'm gonna hit you with it.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Now we're not gonna keep talking about this foolishness.
Hey, Jay, let me ask you a question. Is Navarrete a good fighter in your eyes?
Navarrete, yes.
Okay, Barincek beat him, right?
Oh my God.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm just stating facts. I'm not out here trying to make up stuff. This ain't no fantasy island. I'm stating straight facts. He beat Navarrete. Navarrete was ranked number 10 in the pound for pound rankings last time I checked. So he beat a very good guy.
J-Man said Barincek was 103 years old. I'm sorry, he said 36. My bad. I thought he said 103. But nevertheless, look here. I'm not saying that Keyshawn is not a good fighter because I like Keyshawn. I think he fights aggressive. I think he fights mean. But I also think that he's still a little green in some aspects of his game. Let's keep in mind that he's only been 12 rounds one time and he looked a little gas, you know what I'm saying, when he was fighting Nair Albright. He threw Nair Albright for trying to clinch him, but Nair Albright ain't as big as Devin. We know Devin coming in that ring 180, baby. Come on now, you know how the Haneys play.
Oh yeah. I just think that Keyshawn actually got more tools in the toolbox than Devin Haney. Just straight up, just tools in the toolbox of what they can do and what they can, their attributes. I just think Keyshawn actually got more tools. But I'm not saying he's gonna beat Devin because Devin is very effective in his style. That style that he fights is very hard to beat. He's a good alert. His best attribute to me is his alertness. He's very alert. He's very in tune with what his opponent is trying to do, and he's very in tune in what he need to do to take his opponent's best weapon away. That's why he's hard to beat. As far as this high level skill set, Keyshawn has got a high level skill set than Devin Haney.
I'm just saying, what I will say is this: Devin loved to hug a nigga, right? So what's gonna happen? Like Tucson said, when he get to touch me, tease me, hold me, please me, what's gonna happen?
That's what he got to work on his training camp.
He will disrupt your rhythm. Devin will disrupt your rhythm. He is notorious for that. But let me go ahead and play this Clapback Thursday again. What's up, Mr. Stinkmeaner?
It's your favorite time of the week again. Time for the only segment in boxing that gives you the facts and makes you laugh. It's Clapback Thursday. So I saw the Odyssey the other day.
Great movie.
It was about the Greeks and how they invaded the city of Troy by disguising themselves inside a Trojan horse.
Pretty sneaky.
They tricked their enemies to get inside their gates. And the rest is history, man. Today, Zuffa Boxing is the Trojan horse. They are overpaying a few boxers to make it seem like this big money will continue. But it won't.
The money faucet just keeps a-flowing.
Once they monopolize the sport like they want to,
because they're a sneaky bunch of fucks,
Zuffa will pay fighters peanuts.
It's a scam.
Exactly like the UFC. It's the same model.
It's not right. It's not right.
They want to change the Muhammad Ali Act so they can operate as their own league with their own rules, their own rankings, their own unicorn belt.
What kind of gay club is this?
They're luring in the biggest names for fight-by-fight deals. No long contracts.
Fuck them, they don't know.
That's why you see Shakur and Connor signing a 1 or 2 fight deal. Never a long-term deal. But again, this is the Trojan horse.
This is how they work you.
They are overpaying the household names in order to look pretty and gain credibility. So more up-and-coming fighters will sign with them. And mark my words, once they get you to sign, they're gonna scale all payment back, just like they have with the UFC.
That's when they get you, see?
That's the goal.
It's not right. It's not right.
Look, the problem is the younger generation feels this kind of money will be available to them at Zuffa Boxing, but the truth is
They're all fucked.
that they'll be tricked into a very shitty contract where they must fight for only the unicorn belt, the Zuffa belt.
What the fuck is that?
And the ring belt, which lost all its credibility.
Now who's a fraud?
It's now a joke. Here's an example of how they're already making up their own rules. Ring Magazine rules state that if you fail to schedule a fight in 2 years against a top 5 contender, you will be stripped. That means Jai Obatai should have been stripped in May because he chose to fight a cab driver in Zuffa's basement instead of a top 5 contender.
You remember that?
But Ring Magazine didn't strip him. Why?
Because they're complicit.
Because Zuffa makes up their own rules. Even the IBF stripped Jai Obatai of their belt because they don't recognize the Zuffa unicorn belt
I don't recognize them.
that they keep trying to push down fighters' throats.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
And poor Jai Obatai, I feel so bad for him because Zuffa has him suing the IBF on their behalf.
You use him.
He's literally fighting the legal fight for Zuffa. It's truly disgusting.
Damn shame.
Look, once they have their monopoly, nobody will get paid anymore. They need all of you to be hooked in by this ridiculous overspending you're seeing right now. But that cannot be sustained. Just like Live Golf. So don't be the city of Troy, guys. Don't sell out.
Lisa, what's a sellout?
And don't open your fucking doors. The writing is on the wall. And Uncle Fester, fuck you. And remember, kids, you're never a hater if you only speak the facts.
Man, Oscar need to be at that next press conference when they have the final press conference for Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia. He definitely got to be there. I want to see that back and forth of him and Dana White. I don't know why he wasn't there at the first press conference. That was crazy because that's what we want to see. Conor and Ryan, they did a good job going back and forth, acting like they wanted to fight on stage. That was good, but we need Dana and De La Hoya up there at the same time going back and forth.
Cam, you wanted to say something about that?
Man, now that Ring Magazine part, that part
Yeah,
when
man.
you talk about the Jai Obatai with that title, talking about how outdated, you know what I'm saying? He had that title for a long time and everything. He should have been stripped. That's some nasty work, man. And that's another reason why I say I don't credit Ring Magazine. I don't care about those belts and stuff for us, the Ring Magazine and everything, and the rankings and stuff, because it's fraudulent. It's very fraudulent. And that's why I don't really take any credence or anything serious for us Ring Magazine at all. Like, it's a whole propaganda machine pretty much.
You think he arrogant, Ishmael? I don't think he arrogant. I think that Oscar's in his empty the clip era where he don't care. He gonna say whatever because
boxing. He in his bag.
Yeah. About to say he gonna put the
He
shit out
feeling
there.
good, sis. He feeling good. Everybody good in the hood over there in DAZN and traditional boxing right now. Everybody good.
Yeah, there was an interview I saw with Dana, and somebody asked him, like, oh, how do you feel? You done made all these guys work together. And Dana basically was saying how, maybe they're scared or whatever the case may be. But I don't believe that's what it is at all. I believe they're about to form Voltron on y'all asses. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being honest, I think that Dana White is about to find himself on the wrong side of unity. You know what I'm saying? So
Man,
I don't really know.
real.
But hey, Nash Shelton, what's up? What's
Hey,
going on,
Nash
Mr. Shelton?
What are you niggas over here talking about? You pontificating.
Oh
I see.
my goodness! Oh my
I'm
goodness!
smoking Shakur pack right now. Shakur pack.
Oh my goodness!
He's not even fighting, is he? So I'm not
Radio
worried about him.
Shakur pack. That's what I'm smoking right now. So more Radio Shakur.
You late, Mr. Shelton. We already went over EJ, and I know how you feel. You said he getting knocked out. We get that. Anything else you would like to add?
Oh, I was telling Cam earlier,
his homeboy, bum ass Frank Martin, signed a long-term deal with
I love how you keep trying to throw that shit on Frank Martin.
bum ass Frank. I told you that nigga was trash. You didn't believe it. Trash ass nigga. But Top Rank think they can do something with him though. So we'll see.
I still see
Top Rank think they can do something.
You've been quiet. You ain't been want to talk about Shakur.
Shakur ain't fighting. I don't want to talk about a nigga who ain't fighting. Ain't signing. He signed his deal. He took his little pictures with the drawers on. Now who is he gonna fight?
Hold on. Cam, you ever notice how these niggas don't never want to talk about Shakur when he out here doing fuck nigga shit?
He's not my guy.
You ever notice that?
I don't know why you put Shakur on me. He's not my guy. That's not my guy.
I want to talk about the business of Shakur on who he gonna.
You want to put Shakur off on me? That's not my guy. I just told you that Zepeda wasn't shit. That's all I said.
I want Hank Dan Shield more to hold Shakur accountable. That's what I want.
Accountable for what? For beating the bum?
For
He
fighting.
beat a bum in Zepeda. He beat another bum in TL. What are we holding him accountable for?
We're going over there to fight the bombs. That's what I want you to hold him accountable for.
Well, shit, I don't know if T.O. can beat El Rayo. We got to see if T.O. can beat bum ass Rolly first.
Yeah, boy, you
Rolly trash. Nigga, Rolly trash. You cannot. There's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can say to tell me that Rolly Romero is good. Rolly Romero is trash. He is a garbage fighter.
Hold on, Mr. Shelton. Hold on. Rolly Romero has been respectfully getting better ever since he's been with Ishmael.
He's respectfully garbage.
Oh my goodness.
And T.O. and everybody.
He done went all around the damn community.
That shit don't work, Sheldon Moore. You know who you talking to, Sheldon Moore.
Come on, Cam. You trying to sell me on some Rolly Romero? That nigga's garbage.
You know that deflection shit.
I watched an old man beat him senseless.
Stay where we at. Stay on Shakur. Stay there.
You want to talk about Shakur Stevenson? What you want to talk about Shakur for? What Shakur do now? What you gonna talk about?
I want you to hold your man accountable for lying to y'all, the Shakur fan base.
Hey, look, Errol, he lied to me. He lied to me. Errol lied to you. What's the difference?
Admit right now on Jag Queen Boxing right now. Admit that that man lied to the Shakur fan base, that he said that he wanted to fight the best. He's not going to fight the best at Zuffa Boxing. I won't.
Yeah, I finished that a long time ago. I told you he's a lying sack of shit. I said that weeks ago.
So are you admitting that right there?
I said that weeks ago.
Oh, okay, we got it. We good. We got it on. Hey,
I said that weeks ago. I also told you
we got it on audio. That's all. That's what we.
And I also told you that I felt for y'all because Errol Spence line ass lied to y'all and took y'all money.
For a little bit accountable. That's all Cam Day wanted. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, all the niggas lied. Man, ain't none of them niggas' mouths no prayer book. Errol lied. Shakur lied. Tank lied. They all lied.
Yeah, but right now we're talking about Shakur. So, Mr. Shelton, hold on.
Like,
I don't know where Blue Hustle Man. Blue Hustle Man done ran off, child. I don't know where Blue Hustle Man went.
He been hurt. He been hitting his feelings all day today, sis. They been Shakur fans and they feelings today.
What else you want to talk about, yeah?
Air hug, Blue Hustle Man. But listen, I want to ask you something, Mr. Shelton, right? Since you are the only one up here representing Mr. Stevenson, what do you think his next move is going to be? Obviously, since we heard that Devin Haney, Big Debo Dev, $sign Dev, has signed with DAZN a 3-year deal, a multi-year deal, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Signed with DAZN. And now he will be fighting his mandatory. As of right now, we think that he's still going to be fighting his mandatory. What do you think is next for Shakur Stevenson in the 135-pound division over there on Zuffa Island?
El Rayo. I told you that 2 weeks ago.
He said he ain't fighting El Rayo.
He doesn't decide who he fights. They do.
Hello.
You don't take. You can't take them white folks' monies and tell them what you're gonna do. You know that.
Well, Ryan don't seem to think so. Ryan think he could do whatever the hell he want to do over there on the Zuffa.
Ryan signed the Zuffa?
No, but he said if he did, he'd be wearing his own clothes. See, all of these boys think they can go over there and do that. We heard Shakur say he's gonna wear his own outfit over there.
How old is Ryan?
Well, he's not.
How old is Ryan?
27, 28.
They don't know shit. When you take them white folks' money, you're gonna do what them white folks tell you to do. That's the way the world works.
Yeah, man. I know that. You know what I'm saying? I know that.
You can say whatever you want, What we say in the hood, Jab? That shit sound good. Sounds real good.
I don't know what you people say. All right. Let's get through this. Let's finish getting through this. So next up, we got AJ and Fury, the competition breakdown. Who do we think is facing the tougher competition? Now listen, AJ is taking his tune-up fight supposedly before the Tyson Fury fight. Tyson Fury already had a tune-up, yet he is going in the bushes to fight another one. Who do we think? Because I did see his little press conference, and he made references to AJ fighting a bozo, that his opponent would beat up Tyson Fury's opponent. Who do we think has the tougher out in this particular matchup? And then also on that card, we have Hamza Shiraz, and we also have Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly told me he is the face of 154-pound division, baby. That is what he said.
Who is the best 154-pounder in the world right now, in your opinion? I see they got you ranked at number 6. Who's the best, do you believe?
I don't want to say me, but if
Why?
I put myself,
Why you?
Me, in terms of, I haven't showed what I've showed in the gym yet. I haven't showed the inside work I can do. I haven't showed that technical ability inside, take my head out like Duran, trying to bully the guys inside, tying them up, moving them, get my head in the right place, using my arms, blocking shots. But if I think outside of me, I'd probably say the top 2 guys would be Boots, or Fundora's a freak, so Fundora's got to be in the conversation, or Ortiz. So you've got them guys there, but I put myself right amongst them in the mix.
Who is?
And then so obviously we know he had his little time press conference earlier. All right, y'all. Talk to me. What are y'all thoughts on this fight? Cam?
I'm hopeful for Josh Kelly to get the win, and so because I got I played it earlier on my show earlier. Says with him, he had an interview, like a little slight interview. I guess it was with Ring, whatever, and he was speaking about Boots Ennis, saying that he wants to fight Boots Ennis after this fight with Yarko. So. And then there's another clip with Eddie Hearn saying the same thing, the same sentiment, saying that, they want to make that fight happen with Boots Ennis after Yarko as well. So, all roads, like I was telling, my peoples earlier, like, all roads is leading towards Boots and Josh Kelly probably in the 4th quarter this year. Josh Kelly gets past Yarko. So we definitely rooting for Kelly this weekend to win. And he better not renege, and he better finally come.
I was about to say,
come over and fight Boots Ennis. Like he got to. He can't sit there and hold that title. It's like I told people, you can't hold that title captive for too long. You can't hold it. You can't hold it. Up for too long. So it's like that's just the thing. That fight. I
know that.
And the pressure's going to be on Eddie Hearn to deliver that fight, since Boots wants him to deliver Josh Kelly, because Boots is serious with Eddie, and so Eddie, he know the pressure's on. So Josh Kelly can't sit there and be holding that belt hostage and stuff, bro. If he beat that Yarko, like, bro, you gonna have to unify. You talking all of this, you right in the mix. Well, let's see if you're in the mix. Let's see if you fight Boots in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I think the fight happens if he wins this Saturday. It's an in-house fight. It's a unification. They could put that fight, on the East Coast, probably in New York, Atlantic City, something like that. They'll probably have a few Brits come over here to support Josh Kelly. So I think the fight is definitely gonna happen if Kelly wins. But I watched some short clips of this guy. He fighting Yarko. He's a very aggressive guy. He does a good job of punching with his opponent. He throws a lot of wide punches, which could be a problem with Kelly, who throws, he throws those straight, short, quick, accurate punches. Kelly gonna have to be on top of his game. This ain't no guaranteed easy night for him against Yarko, man. Yarko, he gonna bring the pressure. He's kind of awkward, and he's got a lot of will. His skill level is not as high as Kelly, but he's gonna bring the pressure, and he's got a lot of confidence. And he's gonna try to break Kelly. And if Kelly ain't on top of his game, man, he could have problems, especially in the second half of that fight. But I like Kelly to win because he's a more talented guy. But this ain't no this ain't no gimme that he gonna beat Arellano. I will say that. I think he gonna win, but he gonna have to definitely be on top of his game, kind of like what he did when he fought Bachman. If he's, he fighting like he fought some fights I've seen where he's a guy with a lot of talent, but he don't always display the talent level in some of his fights. And if this is one of them fights where he kind of not showcasing his top talent, natural ability, he could get upset by Arellano. So Arellano definitely gonna fight to his level. So it's gonna be up to Kelly to fight at his top level to beat a guy like that.
Yeah, I had something to say about that.
What did Kelly say that was wrong though? I want to know what he said. What he said that was wrong.
Fight on the inside.
Hold on, Mr. Shelton. Hold on. What you say, Cam?
He said something about fight on the inside. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, I haven't shown myself fight on the inside and stuff like that. I'm like, well, that's not your style. Your style ain't never been fighting on the inside from what I've seen in the fights I've seen from you. So, I mean, I'd love to see you do it, but hey, that's just a thought of mine. Just something that I heard real closely. Just a thought.
I want to say this, right? Like Josh Kelly, we know that he has reneged previously on a fight with Jerron Boots Ennis. And the only reason I'm concerned is because in that same very interview, he mentioned Virgil Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Virgil Ortiz, as we know, earlier this week or last week, he did the interview with, what was that, Chris Mannix? And he mentioned also Josh Kelly, also mentioning Josh Kelly is Xander Zayas. So he's very popular in demand. And like you said, granted, he gets past his opposition on Saturday. He's probably going to want to choose the road of least resistance, which is what he did right after he won that belt with Bakram. He lied and said he would fight Boots, and then he reneged immediately as soon as he got that belt in his arm. So I really just don't know. I don't trust him, to say the least. Hopefully this time he honors his word and really does want to fight Jerron Boots Ennis and step up to the plate. But I really just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I know Boots is on a belt hunt as he was at 47, so we'll definitely have to see. But I don't really trust him, so I'm not really sure.
Now, the interesting factor, I just thought about this now, says the interesting factor is now if he don't happen to get Josh Kelly in the ring, and then of course you got Fundora fighting his mandatory with Amar.
Fundora said he would fight him though.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That Samson said pretty much F Virgil. They said F Virgil. We want Boots top of 2027 after this mandatory. So I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if Josh Kelly wasn't to happen, then that's maybe when Virgil probably come into play. We're going to wipe the floor with him. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll go get Fundora top of 2027. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and then unify. You know what I'm saying? Since Josh Kelly playing around, if Josh Kelly playing around, I think Josh Kelly gonna actually come out. I think he's gonna come out this time. I think he's gonna come out this time. I think so.
Good.
If he beat a Yargo, and he got to beat a Yargo. Him losing that Yargo gonna fuck shit up because the Yargo ain't fighting Boots next. He ain't doing that.
Nah, he's definitely not. Nah, but yeah, all things are contingent on him winning, obviously. So it's a lot riding on this weekend. You know what I'm saying? We have some real big fights. Shiraz, I know he's mentioned wanting to fight Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I know that's how they're building him, so granted he gets past his op and maybe Canelo gets past and Billy. We'll see what shakes for that. Because I think, is this the last fight Canelo has with Turkey or does he have one more? I can't remember.
He got one more after this.
He has one more.
Canelo ain't never fighting that dude. He'll never fight Shiraz. Just like he didn't fight Benavidez, he won't fight Shiraz.
He might not have no choice if he beat Billy though.
Yeah,
he'll retire before he fights Shiraz.
You think he's scared of Shiraz, Sheldon?
All that length, yeah. He don't want nothing to do with that dude.
Damn.
I'm not really sure, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really high on Shiraz. You know what I'm saying? He showed some decent work in his last fight to win that belt. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like Carlos Adames really beat him. You know what I'm saying? Beating Edgar Berlanga doesn't impress me. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So if I'm being honest, I'm not really that high on Shiraz. You get him in there with somebody maybe with some real ring IQ, some real boxing IQ, and who knows?
Carlos Adames beat Canelo.
Carlos Adames.
I don't know.
Will beat the shit out of Canelo.
Carlos Adames.
Carlos Adames from the Dominican Republic will beat Canelo's ass.
I'll take Carlos in that too.
I like Carlos. Yeah. I don't know, on that stage, like that big stage, he might step up. I don't know though.
But see, so that's the thing though, right? Like Canelo was in the back nine of his career, you know what I'm saying? So it's not out of the realm of possibility that niggas can whoop on him, you know. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm not sold on Shiraz, you know. So who, you know, I'm just not
I
really
hear
sold
what
on
you're
him.
saying. I hear unequivocally what you're saying, but I'm telling you unequivocally that Canelo will retire before he fight that dude because he ain't got no chance to win. He's too little. Can't beat that guy.
Well, let's listen to see what Canelo. Is this the right clip? I hope so. Hold on.
The same thing, but you know, I have other goals to do in business.
There's always going to be another guy. Does it frustrate you when you've done so much? When it's, you know, the fans will say, "What about Benavidez? What about this guy? What about?" And you're like, "There's always going to be someone."
I always been in that situation.
Yeah,
always been in that situation. So it's nothing strange for me. No, when it's Coro, Mayweather, they talking about that. Callum Smith, Triple G, man, a lot of names out there. When I beat them, then the other name come.
Right.
Right now is Benavidez, but he's a heavyweight. He's a heavyweight fighting in 175 or no, cruiserweight or something. But he's a heavyweight. It's not fair.
What a fight that would have been, maybe a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Was it ever close?
When I turn Undisputed,
yeah.
If he will be a champion at that point, that's the correct time to do the fight. But he wasn't, and he was fighting in 168 at that point, but he wasn't a champion. So, but that was, I think, the perfect moment to do it.
Was it ever close or no?
No, never.
No. Did you see his last fight?
No, I didn't see.
He could be maybe the next Mexican star, maybe?
Not Mexican.
Mexican-American?
It's different.
Yeah.
Mexican-American, yeah.
Who could be the next Mexican star? Is there someone that you're seeing right now that could be the guy?
Mexican-American, I think Ryan have the possibility to.
Right.
The more possibilities to be. He have a lot of charisma, a lot of talent, and I think he's the next Mexican-American. Mexico, we'll see.
Is there anyone right now that you see that?
No, at that level, no, not yet.
Not yet. Is that surprising?
Surprising because
it feels like it's
always is somebody there after the other.
The next one, yeah.
The next one, but.
That boy said David Benavidez should be at heavyweight. He's a heavyweight fighting at cruiserweight. So yeah, too big.
Obviously, we're never gonna see that fight. So, you know, Canelo's made up his mind. For whatever reason, he doesn't like David Benavidez. He basically like no Mexican American. So
yeah, he even said Ryan Garcia got a better chance to be the next Mexican American superstar, not David Benavidez. Yeah, he learned his lesson.
He learned his lesson. Bivol was too big. So if Bivol's too big, what is Benavidez?
But they were both at 168.
Bivol was too big for him. If Bivol's
I'm talking about David Benavidez.
It doesn't matter where David Benavidez could have been at 154. Canelo was never going to fight him because he's too long, too active, too good. He's never going to fight that guy. Never.
Yep.
It wouldn't have mattered if he had the belt or didn't have the belt. He was never going to fight that guy.
Yep. His punch out.
Throw too many punches, too long.
Yep.
No, it's a bad matchup. It's a terrible matchup for Canelo.
Yep.
Well,
you know it too.
What. Yeah, he definitely did know it. But I mean, I don't know. Him and Billy, what do y'all see about him and Billy in October?
He loses.
I got him beating him, Billy, man. Billy defense, he got too many holes in his defense, man. Billy go in there and throw a lot of punches, try to overwhelm his opponent, but he's got too many holes on his defense. And one thing about Canelo, he's a good counter puncher. He gonna counter that boy, man. He gonna catch him with sudden and running in like that with reckless abandon and catch him with a shot. And that's gonna make him a little bit less aggressive. And that's when Canelo gonna be able to take over the fight because Canelo got more attributes than Billy.
2 years ago, 2 years ago, I would have agreed with you. Now he loses. He don't have the stamina. He can't keep up.
So you think Canelo's gonna lose to Billy?
Yes.
Yeah, I got Canelo beating him, Billy. I don't think Billy defense is just got too many holes in his defense. I thought Lester Martinez beat him actually. You know, and Billy's a good fighter, but he's when they try to hype him up, I guess he's the best thing they got going over there in Canada. But I don't think even at this point of Canelo's career, I don't think Billy beats him. I just don't think he got the tools to do it.
Yeah, I have no confidence in Canelo. He's old. He's slow. He throws one punch at a time. He's not the dude that throws combinations. He don't move his head no more. He don't move his upper body no more. He gonna get beat by this dude.
It's a intriguing fight. They got it over there in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. You know, the Canelo definitely has his stock has definitely fallen. His numbers not been the same, and then two of his last 3 fights been over there in Saudi Arabia. Even though they try to put it on at a time where the U.S. fans can watch it prime time, it's just not the same when you fighting over there instead of fighting in Vegas or fighting in Cowboy Stadium. You know, so it's just different. No matter how you try to spin it and put it together for the fans here in the U.S. So yeah, he's not the face of boxing actually to me right now. I think it's Tank and right now, and I just think his stock is falling, man. He's still a big name, but I don't think people he's the face of boxing. No, I'm not. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And the reason I don't think that Canelo is no longer the face of boxing is because he lets Turkey, for me, in my opinion, just completely deplete his market value. Right, he took him over to Saudi Arabia. As we can see, he doesn't even fight on any Mexican holidays anymore. He doesn't really even have any, I want to say, like true. He doesn't have his hand on the pulse anymore. A boxing or Mexican boxing or whatever you want to call it. He still has his hardcore fans, but for all intents and purposes, it's like he doesn't even exist. You know what I'm saying? He has allowed Turkey to completely remove him from the market. Honestly. He did that when he first went over there and fought Skull. You know what I'm saying? That was the beginning of the end. To me, in my opinion, for Canelo. You know, so I don't know. You know, I feel like he just, I don't know. I don't care what Bud said. Bud, how the hell would Bud know? Bud ain't the face of child. J-Man.
It's definitely Tank the face of boxing. Face of USA boxing is Tank. Tank did 1.2 million with Ryan Garcia. Ain't nobody topped them numbers since. Canelo numbers been falling off. I think he did 650 with Jamel. Same thing with Spence and Crawford did 650. So yeah, Tank is the face of US boxing. World boxing, maybe you look at AJ or somebody like that, or maybe followed by Tank in a way, but he ain't the face of US boxing. It's Tank Davis.
Yeah, and it's crazy because for him to still be the face of boxing and hasn't boxed in over a year is crazy. That means these other niggas is not really stepping up to the plate. That means they're not really filling the void. And the way they do that is by putting on entertaining fights, putting themselves in dangerous fights. That's pretty much the last thing that I want to bring to everybody's attention, right? Because for whatever it's worth, right, we are getting fights. That's true. However, they're not fights that people want to see. They're not matchups that we all want to see because people are running around here worrying about, and I'm not going to say they shouldn't be worrying about money, but they're running around here more accountant than boxer. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, the 75-25 split between Devin and Keyshawn. A lot of people are saying that Keyshawn shouldn't take it. A lot of people are saying that Devin should give him more. That's the same exact split that Devin took when he fought Kambosos, right? And Mayweather got a lesser split when he fought Oscar De La Hoya. There's been plenty of boxers throughout the history of boxing who've taken a less split just to prove themselves worthy, just to prove that they're ready to be on that next level. And look what happened when Mayweather beat Oscar De La Hoya. All of a sudden, a new star was born. He bet on himself. He took the opportunity. So in certain situations, some of these fighters need to learn to take the opportunity and stop worrying so much about how much they're getting up
let me
front.
ask you this. What's the average champion challenger split?
75-25.
So why do they expect Keyshawn to get any more?
Well, who knows? They were probably trying to negotiate a little bit more.
Why would he get more? What has he done in the sport to get more? He's never even fought at 147. So why should he get more?
This is true. That's the same kind of question that I guess Kellerman was asking. So is this it?
How many fights has Keyshawn Davis had at welterweight?
0.
They're ordering a purse bid, some sanctioning body, which I won't mention, At what weight for Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney?
47.
Oh, isn't that interesting? What has he done at welterweight to have a purse bid ordered?
It happens to just be a promoter that they're cozy with. Look at that.
This is the problem with the sanctioning bodies. It always has been.
No, at 135 or 140, he was the number one contender at 140.
What's that got to do with 47?
If you're the number one contender, you can move from that weight class and go up to a different weight class and become the number one contender.
Yeah.
It's in the rules.
The rules aren't good.
Rules are ridiculous. He's had 2
playing.
fights at 140, Keyshawn Davis, in his career. The rest has been at 35. How many?
I mean, listen. If you can negotiate it, you can negotiate it, right? But obviously, we know that Devin ain't going for that. Bill ain't
Take
going
it
for
or leave
that.
it, motherfucker. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, that's if it go to first bid. I think they're gonna come to agreement before Monday. But Devin definitely gonna get the higher percentage and the bigger. He's gonna get more money for sure.
As he should, because he is the champion. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at that whatsoever. That's a very intriguing fight for me. Like I said, I like Keyshawn Davis. The boy is punching with every bit of mean intentions. He has really good ring IQ. His footwork is decent. He does tend to go to the body a lot, but I'm just not sure how successful he's going to be against the Devin Haney. And it hurts my soul to say that because y'all know I can't stand him. But the truth is the truth and real is real. I don't
Take your
know.
feelings out of it. Take your feelings out of it.
And that's what I'm doing right now. If I'm just being objective, I don't know if Keyshawn beats Devin. I just don't know. Now, if he wins, I'll be pleasantly surprised because I love Keyshawn. But I'm just not sure that he's ready for Devin Haney.
I won't be surprised if he wins because Keyshawn is a bigger guy than 35. Keyshawn is violent and Keyshawn is mean. He can beat Devin.
He's not bigger
but I don't think he will because of the experience.
But I don't think he will.
Devin has big fight experience. Keyshawn does not.
Yeah.
So the smart money goes with Devin. The smart money goes with Devin. But I am not surprised one bit if Keyshawn wins. But the smart money goes with Devin.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. As far as AJ and Progrona, are we like, who do we think is going to win? Now, Progrona is he's a kickboxer, ex-kickboxer or something like that.
You talking about Pringa?
Yeah,
Pringa.
I said Progrona. Yes, Pringa.
Yeah,
I'm
Pringa
sorry.
is going to get knocked out within 5 rounds.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay, all right.
Here's the if though.
Right.
If AJ wants to fight, that's all I'm looking to see. Because I don't know if AJ wants to fight after seeing one of his best friends decapitated, the other one killed right in front of him. I don't know if he wants to fight. That's what we'll find out Saturday, if he even wants to be in there.
Yeah, Pringle, he got 20 wins, 20 knockouts, but he's about was a cab drivers, dishwashers. He ain't about nobody on the level of AJ. AJ resume is way better, and he's been on the big stage. So in that game, from the highlights from what I've seen of Pringle, he's kind of slow. So I think it ain't like AJ, got real fast himself, but he's more he got the hand speed advantage definitely over this guy. And I think he got a pretty decent jab. I think he's gonna set him up for the right hand and knock him out, get him up out of there. His defense ain't good enough to get away from AJ's right hand. And I think that's gonna be the key to the fight. I think, like you said earlier, I think he knocks him out in 5 rounds. I don't think it makes it past 5 rounds myself.
Okay. Lord have mercy. 5
And
rounds,
that guy Fury's fighting got 22 losses? Come on, man.
Watts was one of those contenders back when Klitschko was fighting. He been around a while. Watts, he fighting tomorrow, but it's not gonna be no TV. It's just gonna be on his reality show. They're gonna be showing highlights of the fight, but it's no TV. It's just a stay busy fight. You just want to stay active before the big fight with AJ at the end of the year.
Now,
well, that's ignorant to me because he just had a hold on, Shelton. He just had a tune-up. That the tune-up that he just had on Netflix was supposed to be his tune-up for the AJ fight, and then AJ was supposed to be afforded one more. But now Tyson Fury obviously is having another one as well. I mean, if he just needs somebody to stay active, I guess, and get some rounds with, then that's cool. But it's not, like you said, it's not televised. I got to go on the dark web to see it. I'm not really interested in all of that.
Nah,
Can you imagine Fury trying to sell this fight to somebody? Who's this guy?
That's what I'm
He
saying.
got how many losses? Come on, Fury. We not paying for this. 22 losses? Dude.
YouTube or Facebook, ain't nobody pick it up. That's crazy.
This nigga go in there to get the check. He just go in there to lay down and get that check, honey.
Fury said the money he
Oh
getting for the fight, he gonna donate to charity. That's what he said. So he basically fighting for free. To just
No, the other dude, she's talking about 22 Lost Man. He's trying to get paid.
Oh yeah, you talking about Watch? Yeah, Watch gonna get paid. Yo, Maurice Watch was a contender back in the day. He's 45 years old. He's when Klitschko's brother was fighting. He was one of them guys fighting Klitschko, and he was like, he's one of them guys that was, top 10, top 15, top of heavyweight. But now he's 45 years old. He's way past his best. So he's basically gonna be he's a knockout waiting to happen. He gonna get knocked. If Fury don't knock this guy, something wrong, man. I know Fury ain't had a knockout in a minute. I think since the Dillian White fight when he hit Dylan with that uppercut and pushed him down, and that was his last knockout. So I think he probably get another one tomorrow because Watch is 45 years old. I don't think his legs is there. I think Fury gets him out of there. He might play around. You know how Fury like to show he switch stances, and he like to put on a little show and stuff like that. So that might make the fight go a little longer, but yeah, that fight shouldn't go past 7 rounds. I don't see it going past 7. I think Fury stops him.
Okay. All right. Mr. Shelton, you got anything else?
No, that's it. I'm just waiting to see. I want to see what EJ we get on Saturday. I'll see what Tszyu we get.
Yeah, we
don't know.
We talked about that. I played some of their clips too. We don't know what EJ we're gonna get, and we don't know what Tszyu we're gonna get. EJ obviously stating the obvious. He has been inactive. But he seems ready. You know what I'm saying? He seems like he's capable. Hopefully, they both been through some wars, so we'll just see which man is gonna bite down on that mouth guard and really push through. I'm gonna bet EJ with my heart. I'm gonna bet with my heart on this one. I'm pulling for EJ. I really am. He has a lot to prove to himself, no one else. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if he's gonna come forward, if he's gonna meet him in the center of the ring. We're gonna see who get on the back foot first. I'll say that. We're gonna see who gets on the back foot first. We're gonna see the timing, the reaction, all of that, the speed. Yeah. So we're gonna see. That AJ card, like I said, it has Shiraz on it, so y'all make sure y'all checking that card out. It has Josh Kelly on it. Josh Kelly is our horse of moving pieces, shall we say. Hopefully he pulls this off. If he does, then we'll see if he honors his word and gets in there with Jerron Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? Because he's high in demand too. Like I said, Xander's been calling for him. Virgil's calling for him. Boots is calling for him. So there's a lot of people who want to fight Josh Kelly. We shall see who he chooses if he is to get past his next opponent. So Saturday is a big day for a lot of reasons. It's going to answer a lot of unanswered questions for some. EJ, if he wins, what's next? If he loses, what's next? Tszyu, we know, he's a fighter. He's gonna do what he do, you know what I'm saying, until he's not gonna do it anymore. But we know that he's come forward. We know that he's relentless. We know that he's durable. So we're gonna find out how durable Saturday night. AJ, like y'all said, he should put Pringa down. You know what I'm saying, and get to this Fury fight, which we've been promised for 172 years. Champ, I believe it starts at 8 p.m., baby. I believe it starts at around 8 p.m. I know they're supposed to have some type of weigh-in or something tonight, right? Or tomorrow. Is that tomorrow or tonight? I think that's tonight at 10, actually.
Yeah, it might be tonight, tomorrow. Yeah, they got their weigh-in. They got a final press conference either today or tomorrow. They're ahead of us. They're ahead of us. It's going to be Sunday over there. It'll be Saturday over here prime time. So it might be, they might be having the press conference today, maybe.
Yeah, so hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great day of boxing. Like I said, you got the AJ card on during the Saturday afternoon, and then you got the Errol Spence Jr. Tszyu card Saturday night. So it's gonna be a good day of boxing.
I'm sorry, that card starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 25th, guys. The ring walk for them is 11:30 p.m. Okay, so we just have to make sure because they have a different time zone. So it's 9 o'clock our time. And then their ring walk obviously is, 11:30 or whatever the case may be. It's a late ass card. Jesus Christ. Stephen Fulton is the co-main if you guys are interested in seeing his fight as well. So you guys make sure you tune in at 9 p.m. Okay. I want to see how Stephen Fulton looks. Obviously we know his last fight was against Al-Shaki Foster. He came up short.
Ain't he back at 130?
Yes.
Where he belongs.
Yeah, he should be.
Well, the only reason the fight was at 135 to begin with is because his ass missed weight. So that ain't our fault. So
yeah,
no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's where he belongs. He shouldn't be trying to fight nobody at 35. And he should be at 130.
No, I agree. He's a little nigga, you know what I'm saying? So he needs to stay down there 130. And then he needs to be a little more disciplined because that was ridiculous how he came into that Al-Shaki Foster fight. That was ridiculous.
With the belly? You didn't like the belly?
Yeah, looking like he was pregnant. No, I didn't like that damn belly.
Yeah. He looking better shape. I seen him. Yeah, he look like he in good shape for this fight. I seen the little stare down.
Yeah, but remember, he had a little bit of passport issues too. He just made it over there, so who knows if he's gonna be acclimated in time. You know what I'm saying? But he just made it over there himself. Unfortunately, Jamal did not make it. So hopefully we'll see him back in the ring soon. Maybe a fight over here.
I was listening to Cam. You know, you can't listen to Cam all the time, but Cam said this guy that Cool Boy's fight is pretty good.
He got good pop. He got good pop. He got power in both hands, but he's basic fighter, straight up and down, no special effects. He ain't on the level of Cool Boy. Cool Boy definitely got a high skill set.
Well,
so
we have to see. Well, we don't know what
good.
Cool Boy on. We don't know what type of time Cool Boy on, if he's taking this fight seriously or not, because Cool Boy has a tendency to kind of just check out from here and there. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, Jab, a good ass whooping to get you back in line. I think that ass whooping that Al-Shaki gave might get him back in line.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be focused on this fight. You know, this is a do or die fight. He take another ill, and then he's a stepping stone type of fighter after that. So he got to get a win, get back in the championship picture, and get the win on Saturday.
Yeah,
he's taking another L. He's Rashid Warren all over again.
Okay. All right, Mr. Shelton. Thank you very much, Mr. Shelton.
I'm just saying, you take another L, you back down there to fighting 8-rounders and fighting in high school gymnasium.
Yeah,
that's real talk.
Okay, so Champ Ross, shout out to Champ Ross. He's saying basically that Wilson almost knocked out Navarrete a few years ago. Almost
he's a tough fighter. He's a tough fighter. He's a tough fighter. Yeah, he ain't no joke. He got power for sure. He got power with both hands. So if he catches him,
you know what I say about almost, right, Jab? Almost only counts for horseshoes and hand grenades. I don't care about no almost. You didn't do it.
Yeah. I just think that Cool Boy is on another level skill set. His skill set is way higher than William Wilson.
All right.
That's the beauty of Saturday. Right. We get to find out. All right.
Yeah, Saturday is the night. Saturday is the night, child.
Bad we got Sunday with Zuffa. Zuffa called Sunday. So
yes.
Berlanga I got that dude beating Berlanga.
Yo, me too, Mr. Shelton. When I seen their face, I was like, yo, but Berlanga don't even look confident no more. Shiraz done knocked the confidence out his ass. But hopefully that will help him start to take his craft a little bit more serious, because I honestly feel like Berlanga was a little bit more interested in the jewelry store than he was in the boxing ring, because he was fighting so many layups.
What y'all think? Y'all think Fat Joe will show up?
No. Good night, Mr. Shelton.
Be there. New York. Good night, Mr. Shelton. Yeah, man, really, Ma. They both should be there in New York. So we'll see.
Last fight of Edgar Berlanga's they attended, he got knocked the fuck out. So I don't know if they will be attending another one of his fights. But I know that him and Fat Joe are good friends. So it is a possibility that Fat Joe will be in attendance. Remy Ma, I don't know.
Yeah, I think Fat Joe definitely be there. Remy Ma, maybe not. I don't know. We will see.
Well, the rumor is Joe was, real tight with his daddy. Him and Joe was tight back in the day.
Yeah, and then Berlanga's dad came home, and so all that stuff there. But we don't know. Listen, boxing is a sport where anything can happen. That's why I love it, because you just never know. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully Berlanga, he starts to take his craft a little bit more seriously, and we see him progress in the sport. Because I like EB. You know, I think he has that real good, big New York energy. You know what I'm saying? He's always entertaining. So we'll see. As long as he takes his craft seriously, he should be all right. I wouldn't put him in there with none of the top guys at 168. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he should be able to.
He said he
make
should
some
be in
good
there
shape.
with Canelo. All he got to do is beat a couple guys, and he right back in there with Canelo. Canelo's like 90 years old. Dude. Be quiet.
Canelo beat him 12-zip. What is he talking about?
Yeah. If he can get a win, I can see him in a McGill fight. But again, he's over there at Zuffa. That's gonna make it hard for that fight to happen. But I can see that's a fight that people will want to see, especially Latino.
If I'm being honest, I don't know. I don't know how many niggas. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many niggas Berlanga can beat, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if he starts to take his craft a little bit more serious, we will see.
Jab, wait a minute. Perfect fight for him, Jab. Jamal Charlo. Perfect fight.
Hell no. Are you on drugs? Hell no.
By the time they make that fight, Charlo been out the ring like 2.5 years. He might have a shot.
No, the fuck. Let me tell you something. It don't matter how long Charlo been out that ring. Berlanga don't have no shot. Are you crazy? Charlo will eat that. Man. Bye, Mr. Shelton. We don't have time.
Bye, Jab.
You know what, Sharp? I don't know, baby. I don't know. It's up to him. You know, I'll tell you what. If he beats Billy and becomes a champion again, which is what they want. Let's be honest. They want Canelo as a champion again. But if he becomes champion again, I don't know how many more fights he has left. I'm not sure how many more of these guys he can beat, honestly, because Canelo has shown signs of decline. He's been showing signs of decline for years now. So I'm really not sure, baby. But that's a good question. Shit, only Canelo could answer it, you know? Who knows?
If he beats Billy, which I expect him to do, and if Errol beats Tszyu, which I expect him to do, he need a big, high-profile fight here in the U.S. Him against Errol Spence Jr., he put that fight in Cowboy Stadium. That's a big fight for Canelo.
Canelo's at 168.
Yeah, but Errol's fighting at 160. He can go up to 8 more pounds. I don't think he'll be tripping on that. That's less weight to cut. That would be a big fight. I'm just saying, if you look at it as far as Canelo need a big name. Shiraz's not a big name, and these other guy Glaciers, none of them guys over there big fights. He need a high profile name, which would put the fight over here in the U.S. They can sell.
Yeah,
but Jr. is that guy. If he
I think
wins,
Canelo. Honestly, I think Canelo's done fighting black fighters. I think that he's seen the writing on the wall, you know what I'm saying, with some of them. So I'm not really sure that that's something he's looking to do. I think Canelo's really truly in the stage in his career where he wants big money fights, but not really high profile threats. You know what I'm saying? And people are going to be gunning for him because they want that name on their resume. That's a good name. Although that flower is wilted, that's still a good name to have on your resume. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? We shall see. But Saturday is the day where we get to get a lot of questions answered for ourselves. You know, with a lot of these fights, right? Josh Kelly, EJ, Stephen Fulton. You know, there's several other fights on these cards. Lord forgive me, I don't know all of their names. But these are some fights where we get some questions answered. So I'm excited. You know, and boxing is trending in the right direction with good fights, at least. You know, in August we have a couple of fights that will help the some of the divisions move along. So I'm excited to see. And like I told y'all, I will keep my eye on what's going on with this injury. Okay, for Renee Santiago, to see what's going on with his little elbow injury, child, and see who's up next to fight him. All right, but you got anything else, JB, baby?
That's it. Now you said a lot. You know, cover the whole spectrum of stuff that's going on in the next weeks and next month. So we just gotta look forward to it, and hopefully we get some good fights coming up this Saturday night and Sunday. We get some more good fights, and then we have some more good fights in next week with Roach and Zapata and Consequial and Morotai. So August is gonna be a real good month, like you mentioned. It's gonna be a real good month. We got Clarissa Shields, she's fighting on the 15th against Kay Scott. And then the next week, you got Rowley and Tszyu on the 22nd. And then the week after that, you got Atomo and what's my boy name? whatever his name is.
Herkovic. Yeah,
Herkovic.
Herkovic. But don't forget Amanda Serrano's also fighting on the 21st as well.
Yeah, he fighting
So yes,
on TikTok card. Yeah.
August is good. And I didn't even get into Clarissa Shields. It's late now, child. We don't been up at 3 hours. But yes, she is fighting on the 15th. We know her undercard. She just released a diss song to Alicia Baumgartner. Y'all can go on her little channel, child, and listen to it. I don't want to get copywritten. But she does have a diss song out, whatever the hell you want to call that, to Alicia Baumgartner. But that's neither here nor there. We will cover more of her fights as her fight progresses. Once we get past this weekend and we enter into August, y'all know I always go over the whole month's cards, and then obviously we talk more about them as their fight approaches. But that's it for right now. We've covered Shakur's lies and his Zuffa strandedness and DAZN and everything else that we can think of with the immediate information that we have. So that's pretty much it.
All right, Jack Queen, you have a good rest of your evening.
And you too, JB.
We'll see about maybe having another talk about the fights coming up. We still got a couple more days.
Yeah, we got a few more days. We got 2 more days, and then I'm gonna try and squeeze another one in maybe before or after the fights, just so we can do a recap of the fights and see what happened and how everybody reacts to each of the fights.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, we do that, and see how the fights break. See how Errol look after 3+ years out of the ring. See how he look. And,
absolutely.
Yep.
All right, JB baby.
All right, Jack Queen. Till next time, enjoy the rest of your evening.
Oh, you too. Thanks for stopping by.
All right.
Bye.
Peace.
All right, y'all. So listen, we have covered a lot. There's so much going on in the sport of boxing. It seemed like everybody and their daddy was doing interviews this week. We do know that we have this looming purse bid over our heads come Monday. Hopefully they work something out over the weekend to where they don't even have to go to purse bid and we can just get a fight announcement between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis. That would be ideal. I'm still waiting to see what Shakur's next move is going to be. Obviously, now that he's over there on Zuffa and Devin Haney has decided to pursue his mandatory, we're not sure what Shakur has in store. But this, in my opinion, serves him right. If you really wanted to make big fights, you would have went on over to DAZN. We understand that, if Zuffa's offering more money, that's cool. But just understand that's where your legacy will go to die. They may in the future be cross-promotional fights. I'm not saying that there can't. But as of right now, while Paramount and Zuffa is still building a relationship with each other, they're going to need to produce their own fights on their own platform in order to get a renewed contract or in order to even make good on the contract that they currently have. So we will see how the story progresses, how things unfold, who he gets as his rollout fight. I'm very eager to see. If it is not El Rayo, who the hell will it be? So we will wait and see and figure out what's happening. With all these boys, AJ and Prograna this weekend, Shiraz, his opponent, Josh Kelly on one card, and then on the other card, we got EJ versus Tszyu. We got Stephen Fulton versus Liam, I think his name is. So we shall see, right? We'll see what goes on with these boys and how they carry things. I am so eager to see how EJ looks. It's not even funny. But I'm rooting for him. Hopefully, he pulls this off and then we'll decide if he's going to be in the mix or if he's going to decide to retire. Me personally, I was happy. It was like a bittersweet moment for me when he decided to come back because I'm like, man, don't let that be the last memory of you that people have is, you taking a loss to Terrence Crawford, and then being out of the ring for 3 years. So I know that he said he's doing this for himself, and I respect that more than you can honestly believe. I respect the fact that he wants to prove something to himself, but I'm also glad that he's given us one last memory of him outside of the one that we currently have. So shout out to EJ for even stepping back in the ring after 3 years and wanting to prove something to himself. Tszyu, although he has been, in a lot of wars, he's still a very durable opponent. He's still game. So we shall see what this fight brings. I know a lot of y'all think he about to just go in there and walk over Tszyu. I'm not so sure. I could be 100% wrong, and I kind of hope I am because I like EJ, man. I want to see him succeed, whether he decides to stay in the sport or leave. You know what I'm saying? But he's in there with a live dog. I'm not gonna act like he's not. Um, Also with the Josh Kelly, if he gets past his opponent, we will see if he honors his word. We know previously he did not, so we shall see if he honors his word and fights Juwan Boots Ennis. Outside of that, y'all, and the fights that we have coming this weekend, we will talk again about the fights that we have coming in August and what that brings. And man, we got I think Lamont versus Zepeda, we got Rowley versus Tszyu. So we got definitely some fights in August. Boxing is keeping us warm at night. We ain't hot, but we warm at night. We ain't getting a little too cold. So but I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Thank you so much, Ismail. I appreciate all of y'all for stopping by. Make sure if y'all have not subscribed to the channel already, y'all subscribe to Jab Queen Boxing. Make sure if you're watching this on the replay, you leave us a comment and make sure you hit that damn like button. I don't know why this is like pulling teeth getting y'all to hit the like button, but hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, y'all know what to do, baby. Catch mother on a panel. I am gone.